the division. They'll hand the ball to Austin Nicely, southpaw, 6'1", 190 pounds from Grottoes, Virginia, making his 9th start of the season so far this year. He's 3-2 with a 3.66 ERA. He's had good outings and bad outings. Most recently, a good one against Southern Illinois, as this is how the Otters are going to line it up behind him defensively. Ryan Long out in left field, Zach Wells in center, Jeff Gardner in right, Manny Cruz at third, Toby Thomas at short, David Cronin at second, Joe DeLuca at first, and Mike Rizzatello behind the plate forming the battery, with Austin Nicely out on the mound. Remember, fans, this pitcher-catcher battery is brought to you by The Answer Auto Repair East. Find your battery needs at The Answer Auto Repair East, located at 2319 North Green River Road, or call at 812-475-9000. J.D. Hearn stepping in from the right side as Nicely's first pitch comes home, and it's hit high in the air to deep left center field. Long tracing back at the track, at the wall. He leaps and makes the catch as he crashes into the left center field fence. What a play by Ryan Long to open up this ball game, as a phenomenal catch racing back to the left center field alley, leaping high against the left center field wall to bring it down. And with an exclamation point, there's one away here in the top of the first. It wasn't pretty, but Austin Nicely gets the first out of the game on a deep fly ball off the bat of J.D. Hearn. And now it's Kevin Suarez, the left fielder. He steps in from the right side of the plate, one away after the outstanding play by Long. Nicely working from the third base side of the rubber. Roxon fires the first pitch. Fastball called strike one on the outside corner as Nicely darts the edge, and it's 0-1 on Suarez. Left fielder for River City, hitting .254 on the season. The 0-1. Fastball sinks down and away, and the count's level. Absolutely gorgeous evening for baseball here in late June. Final June ball game of the month before July tomorrow. Rizzatello sets up down and in the 1-1. Fought off the hands as Suarez chased the pitch inside and pops it foul on the right-hand side. That gets out of play, and it's a ball and 2 strikes on Suarez. One away, top of the first inning. Nobody on base. Austin Nicely trying to toss a shutout frame to set the good note for the ball game. 1-2 pitch. Hit hard in the air to center field, freezes the center fielder Wells as the liner's right at him. Barely has to move as he gloves it in straightaway center for the second out of the inning. And that's just baseball sometimes. 2 hard hit balls, 2 outs for Nicely. So he doesn't care how they happen, just that they do. And it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the game for River City. Rascals wearing their black road uniforms again. Black uniform top with white number on the back and the River City logo on the left breast on the jersey. First pitch, the next hitter, Quint Freeman, is taken down and away for ball 1. 2 outs, nobody on base. Freeman hitting here from the left side, .264 on the season. Otters wearing their navy blue tops with white pants. With a 1-0. Ripped down the first base side, but that's foul. As that rattles up against the sidewall, it's 1-1. Freeman, 4 home runs, 23 driven in on the season. Hitting here with nobody on base, 2 outs, top of the first inning. Austin Nicely looking for the 1-2-3 frame to open the ball game. Here's the 1-1. Fouled back to the screen as that pitch got in on the hands of Freeman, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Nicely struck out a career-high 8 batters his last time out against Southern Illinois, as he previously had not struck out more than 6 in a game. 1-2. Popped foul out of play on the left side by Freeman as an emergency hack allows him to just fight it off. It's still 1-2. On deck, the cleanup man, Braxton Martinez. Freeman digs back in, asks for time. Now gets into his stance, nicely into the wind, the 1-2 again. Slider down in the dirt, good block by Rizzatello, but Freeman lays off, so it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Nicely has recently scrapped his curveball in favor of the slide piece, just a little change to the repertoire he thinks will help him given the arm slot he throws from and gets a little bit more movement. Now the 2-2. Lined up the middle, that'll get down for a base hit as on a couple of hops, Wells picks it up in center before throwing it back in. 3 hard hit balls in the inning, 2 outs, and now a single for Freeman as he laces it right back through the box for a 2-out hit, and that'll bring Braxton Martinez to the plate. Martinez digging in from the right side. Freeman at first, 2 outs, top of the first inning. First pitch from Nicely, fastball just off the outside corner, belt high for ball 1. Martinez, the third sacker for the Rascals tonight, hitting .254 so far this year, 6 dingers, 25 driven in. Nicely from the set for the first time, comes set at the belt. A leg kick, the 1-0. Fastball sails upstairs. Martinez lays off, and he's in a hitter's count, 2 balls and no strikes. DeLuca at first, making his first start of the year at the first base bag, holding on the runner Freeman. Stolen 3 bags, been caught once. Martinez with good power at the plate and a 2-0 count can look fastball. As Nicely comes to the ready on the mound, takes a look over at first. The kick in the pitch. Fastball sinks down in a way that's under the strike zone, so it's 3-0 on Martinez. After 2 quick outs for Nicely, he's run into a little bit of trouble now. Single to Freeman, and now 3-0 on Martinez. See if he... So it's 3-1 on Martinez now. Runner at first, 2 outs, the 3-1 pitch, fouled straight back to the screen. So the count's full, 3-2. A little technical difficulty for a moment there as the technical difficulty as for some reason our console machine here went out for a moment, but we're back on the air. It's still the top of the first inning. Runners at first and second now for River City, no score. And at the plate, Paul Cronenfeld, the count's 0-2 as he fouls it straight back to the screen. And the count's even, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Nicely walked Braxton Martinez, which pushed Freeman up to second. 2 outs. Cronenfeld at the plate, left-handed hitter, hitting .286 on the season. Nicely trying to work around this 2-out jam. Comes set. The 0-2 pitch. Slider just off the outside corner as Cronenfeld able to lay off a good offering from Nicely. And the count's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Freeman at second, Martinez at first. A single and a walk, both with 2 outs, have extended the frame for River City as they try to push across the first run of the game. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, foul tipped into the mitt of Rizzatello as he puts the squeeze on it nicely with his first punch out of the game, and it comes in a big spot as he strands 2 runners. And we'll go to the bottom half of the first inning. It's River City nothing and Evansville coming to bat here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckemeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Kruckemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckemeyer and Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krookemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Krookemeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krookemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krookemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krookemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Krookemeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krookemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krookemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krookemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So we go to the bottom half of the first inning after Austin nicely works out of a 2-out jam to toss a scoreless inning. As it'll be Dan Ludwig to the mound for River City here in this one. Ludwig, a southpaw, 2-3 on the season with a 3.82 ERA. This will be his third summer with River City. As he toes the rubber into with his wind. His first pitch to David Cronin is a fastball high and away for ball one. Ludwig from Belmont University, 200 pounds, 6'2". Just 30 strikeouts in 44 2/3 innings, the 1-0. That fastball's just a tick low as Cronin lays off. It's 2-0. Just 6 walks for Ludwig in those 44 2/3 innings, so he's got supreme command. But he's given up a lot of hits, 52 in 44.2 innings. 2-0. Cronin takes a strike on the outside half. It's 2-1. David leading us off for Evansville here in the bottom half of the first inning. No score here in the second game of a 3-game set between the Rascals and Otters. River City took the first game yesterday by a final of 5-3, the 2-1. Cronin with a little half swing as he finishes it up, but it wasn't full intent. So he fouls it back to the screen. It's 2-2. Looked like he started his swing, wanted to hold up it, but went through the motion anyways. So the count's even 2-2. Cronin hitting .314 on the season, 5 extra base hits, 12 runs driven in. The 2-2. Fouled back to the screen. Cronin able to fight off an inside fastball. Defensively, River City looks like this out on the diamond. Suarez in left, Hearn in center, Freeman in right. And then around the diamond, Martinez at third, Lalonde at short, Achenbaugh at second, and Haffey at first as the 2-2 is once again fouled straight back. Cronin able to keep his weight back and throw his hands at the pitch in order to foul it away. And we'll do the 2-2 at least one more time. Cronin, Long, and Thomas here in the frame, and Jeff Gardner would also have a chance should anybody find a way to reach. Ludwig into the line, the 2-2 again. Foul tipped off the catcher as it deflects to the backstop. Cronin with a good at-bat here, opening up the bottom half of the first inning. After Austin nicely got 2 quick outs, he was forced to work a little bit to end the frame, but was able to strand runners at first and second with a big punch-out of Paul Cronenfeld. 2-2 once more. Breaking ball chopped on the ground, first base side, but that's going to roll foul. As it heads towards the Otters bullpen, and the count stays 2-2. Cronin digging in from the left side, the 2-2. A little bouncer past the mound to the shortstop Lalonde, who waits back on it and quickly throws to first as he got it out of the mitt in a hurry in order to retire Cronin, who was speeding down the line for the first out of the bottom of the first inning.
Number 7,
So Cronin with a good battle, an 8-pitch at bat, but nothing to show for it. But at the very least, he allows his teammates to see what Ludwig's got in his arsenal. Fastball, changeup, a breaking ball as well. so everybody can get some good intel from that long at-bat between Cronin and Ludwig. And now it's Ryan Long at the plate. He takes the first pitch under the knees on the inside third for ball one. Long, the left fielder this evening for the Otters, hitting .319 on the season. 3 home runs, 19 driven in as a slow breaking ball drops in on the outside edge. It's a ball and a strike on Long. 1 out, nobody on base. Bottom of the first inning, still scoreless from Bosse Field. 1-1 pitch. Line back up the middle, off the face of Ludwig as it deflects down the third base side. Third baseman Martinez picks it up. Long going from first out to second as he'll be in there, and down on the mound is Ludwig as he took an absolute rip to the face. He is down and out, and they're going to need to bring out a stretcher and some other things as well, as my goodness. Everything stopped on the field. The right fielder Freeman down on some knees as he can't bear to watch what's going on here. Ludwig moving out on the mound, but either way, he just got absolutely drilled by that liner. No way to avoid it. So now both training staffs come out to tend to him down on a knee in front of the mound. An absolutely jarring moment. So they have a towel to his face, presumably for blood from a bloody nose or something of that variety. He's up and talking on the mound, still on his knees, but sitting up right now, so that's a good sign, a step in the right direction at the very least. So now the doctor will come out to tend to him as well. Long technically credited with a double on the play as he advanced to second after the ricochet. That's an afterthought at the moment. So right now, Dan Ludwig's health on the mound is the paramount priority for everybody here at the ballpark. A scary moment. Something that comes with the perils of baseball. You never know what's going to happen with things like that. Earlier today, Vince Velasquez of the Phillies, in a very similar situation, drilled with a line drive back of the middle over 100 miles an hour off the bat. Hit off of his right elbow. Looked like it broke his elbow on impact, but he somehow had the instincts and ability to pounce off the mound, pick up the ball with his left hand, and make the throw to first to retire the batter. It was an extraordinary play, unfortunately for Ludwig, that baseball struck him far too clean to even think about going after the ball trickling away. He's still being tended to out on the mound. He'll take as much time as he possibly needs. So he's finally up. He's going to walk off the diamond and get a roaring round of applause from everybody in attendance here. That is something you don't want to see ever on a baseball field. Ludwig took a liner straight to the noggin off the bat of Ryan Long. So he'll head down into the dugout and then presumably the clubhouse for River City, where he'll be tended to, and River City will get a new pitcher up out of the bullpen. We'll see who they call on. It'll take as much time as necessary. All you can do is think about Dan Ludwig right now. Hope he's okay. He walked off the field under his own power. Towel to his face, presumably for the blood from wherever the baseball impacted him. So it looks like he might be okay, but nonetheless, that's a jarring thing to go through. Something you never wish to see on a baseball field. We'll get a new arm on out here for River City. So it's going to be Ryan Orr to come on in out of the bullpen as he starts warming up on the mound, stretching things out. and he'll take as much time as he needs, as always, with an injured player on the field. The injured pitcher comes out of the game. The relieving pitcher gets as much time as they possibly need to get loose, and considering what just transpired, Orr's going to need a heck of a lot of time. So we'll take a commercial break right now and be back in just a few moments as Orr completes his warm-up tosses. We've got a pitching change here from Bossy Field here in the early going, after Dan Ludwig struck by a line drive off the bat of Ryan Long. Forced to leave the game. We'll take a break. Long's at second. There's one out here in the bottom of the first inning. It's the Otters nothing and River City nothing on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckemeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.
GD Ritzy's is a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. GD Ritzy's menu features hamburgers, grilled chicken sandwiches, old-fashioned peanut butter and jelly, and ice cream. With 3 Evansville locations: west at 4810 University Drive, on the north side at 4320 North 1st Avenue, and on the east side at 601 North Green River Road. GD Ritzy's is open from 10 a.m. to 10:30 p.m. Sunday through Thursday, and 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. GD Ritzy's, a proud supporter of the Evansville Otters.
A Case of the Blues is your home for blues music in the tri-state, featuring music from local artists like Honey Roy, Dale Niehaus and Bad Mojo, the Bosco France Band, and the Beat Daddies, as well as legends of the blues like B.B. King, Buddy Guy, and Muddy Waters. A Case of the Blues is on every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., only on your place for blues in the tri-state, 91.5 FM WUEV Evansville, a University of Evansville radio station.
Heritage Federal Credit Union has 7 full-service branches in both Evansville and Newburgh, serving more than 38,000 members. Membership is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Vandenberg or Warwick County. Heritage Federal Credit Union offers mortgage and consumer loans, checking and savings accounts, as well as online banking for members. Heritage Federal Credit Union can be reached toll-free by phone at 1-800-858-1693. It can also be found online at hfcu.info.
The 2018 Frontier League Home Run Derby and All-Star Game will be held at Car Shield Field in O'Fallon, Missouri on July 10th and 11th. This year's Home Run Derby will feature 4 former Cardinals headlined by Jim Edmonds, competing against the best sluggers from around the Frontier League. Find out more information and purchase tickets at rivercityrascals.com.
You're listening to exclusive coverage of Evansville Otters baseball on 91.5 FM WUEV Evansville.
So Ryan Orr, the new pitcher to come on here for River City after Dan Ludwig leaves the game after being hit in the face with a line drive off the bat of Ryan Long. Orr, 5'9", 175 pounds, making his 3rd appearance of the season here with River City. Has yet to allow a run in 3 1/3 innings of work. This will be his 3rd appearance. No strikeouts, 1 walk and 1 hit allowed for him. He's had a couple of days of rest after pitching against Normal back on the 26th. First pitch to Toby Thomas. It's a fastball on the outside corner, 0-1. Long still out at second base. We're scoreless bottom half of the first inning. Or the righty on the mound, Thomas digging in from the right side, shortstop for Evansville. Or set, looks back to second, the 0-1. Slow breaking ball, grounded foul past the feet of third base coach Andy McCauley, and it's 0-2. Thomas, 5 home runs, 29 driven in on the season. Drove in a run in last night's game, trying to do the same here. Long at second, bottom of the first, 1 out. The 0-2 pitch. Slider spins off the outside corner as Orr can't hit the edge, and it's 1-2. Orr set below the belt, glances back to second. The leg kick, the 1-2. Fastball just off the outside corner. Stone plate umpire Steve Bartelstein flinched just a touch. But Thomas with a keen eye lays off, and the count's level at 2. Break-even pitch. Slider loops off the outside edge again, and the count's full 3-2, as that's been the MO on Thomas all season long. Pitch him outside, 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 as he absolutely hammers anything on the inside half of the plate. So we'll see what Orr goes to here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, Long at second, 1 away. The payoff pitch, fastball down and away. Thomas takes as after being down 0-2, sees 4 straight wide ones, draws the walk. No harm, no foul for Orr, however. So that merely sets up the double play possibility as Jeff Gardner strides to the plate with runners at first and second and 1 away.
Number 5, your wicketkeeper, Jeff Gardner.
Gardner stepping in from the left side of the plate, 267 on the season. It's now time called at the plate as Jeff wanted a little bit more time before the pitch came home. He's got Ryan Long at second, Toby Thomas at first, 1 out, bottom of the first inning. Otters looking to get on the scoreboard first. First pitch. Fastball nibbles the outside corner as a good running heater from Orr slices the edge, and it's 0-1. Jeff hitting 260 this season with runners in scoring position, just about in line with his season average of 267. The 0-1. Tails high and away as Orr misses the strike zone, and the count's level at 1 apiece. 1 out, runners at first and second. Bottom of the first inning, second game of 3 from Bossy Field this weekend between the Rascals and Otters. Orr set, cranks and fires the 1-1. Line through the hole on the left side, that's a base hit. Long being waved around from third. The throw from Suarez to the plate's going to be cut off as Thomas is caught in a rundown between second and third. He's chased all the way back to the bag before being tagged out by the second baseman Achenbach, who received the throw from the shortstop Lalonde. So Thomas retired, trying to advance to third. Long comes home to score. It's an RBI single for Jeff Gardner, and the Otters take an early 1-0 lead.
Number 17, the designated hitter, Travis Harrison.
Really nice piece of hitting there by Jeff Gardner. Laced that ball through the hole on the left side. Just went with an outside fastball. As he drives home the first run of the game, his 26th run driven into the season. He's now at first base, 2 outs. Here's Travis Harrison. First pitch home. Slow breaking ball loops off the outside edge for ball 1. 2 outs, now a 1-0 Evansville advantage, bottom of the first inning. Gardner at first base, Harrison from the right side of the plate, hitting .297 on the season. DH for tonight's game. The 1-0. A bloop of a breaking ball as it drops on in at the knees over the heart of the plate. It's 1-1. Travis, 4 home runs, 29 driven in this season. He's been one of the hottest players for the entire month of June, hitting close to .370 here in the month, as it'll be sad to see the calendar turn to July. 1-1, fastball down and away. Harrison with an easy take, and it's 2 balls and a strike. 2 outs, bottom of the first inning. Jeff Gardner at the first base bag after an RBI single puts the Otters in front early, 1-0. Two and one on Harrison. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Fouled back to the screen as Harrison had a hanging breaking ball just underneath it a touch. So he sends it screaming back to the mesh. And Gardner heads back to first on the foul ball. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. See if Gardner will run again. He's stolen 5 bases, been caught 3 times this season. Harrison chokes up on the bat as Orr comes set. A throw over to first, Gardner back in standing. Wind blowing right to left across the diamond right now at a pretty brisk pace as the flags are pretty taut out in center. Shadows now encompassing the mound and the home plate area. Not yet reaching out to second base though. 2-2 on Harrison. Break-even pitch. Slider down and away. Harrison stumbles after it as he's able to hold up in time. So he thought about it, but now the count's full, 3-2. So Gardner will have a head start over at first. Happy, the first baseman, still holds him on. Orr with one more check over at first, comes set on the mound. Payoff pitch. Fastball inside for ball 4 as that one ends up around the hip of Harrison as he backs up out of the way. Second walk issued by Orr since coming on out of the bullpen. So get a meeting from the manager Steve Brook, who heads out from the dugout. And with nobody warming up in the pen, this is merely to try and calm him down. Orr had to get ready in a hurry after Ludwig left after taking the liner to the head. So naturally, Orr tried to warm up as quickly as possible, and when that happens, you know, sometimes you just can't get comfortable. And since coming on, it's been walk, single, walk, with the 1 out recorded thanks to Toby Thomas being caught in a rundown between second and third. So the meeting of the minds adjourned out on the mound, and back to the dugout goes manager Steve Brook. It'll be first baseman Joe DeLuca for the Otters. First time this year we get to say that, as he had caught in all of his previous starts this season, but now with the first base bag for tonight's contest. Hitting here with runners at first and second, 2 outs. Otters already leading 1-0. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the righty Orr. Comes set on the mound, he comes home. Slider darts down and in on the back knee of DeLuca, able to leave it there. The count's now 1-0. DeLuca, 357 on the season, 5 for 14 since joining the Otters just over a week and a half ago. The 1-0. Fastball darts the outside corner as it paints the black for strike 1. Otters with an early 1-0 lead thanks to the Jeff Gardner RBI single, but looking for more here in the frame. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. DeLuca, who's driven in 5 on the season. The 1-1. Hit slowly on the ground to the first baseman, Haffey, who on a couple of hops fields it next to the bag and then touches the sack himself to retire the side. The Otters do score 1 run as we'll go to the top half of the second inning. It's Evansville 1, River City 0 here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckemeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.
The Hoosier Lottery began selling lottery tickets on October 13, 1989. Since then, the Hoosier Lottery has offered hundreds of different games, awarded prizes to millions of players, and given billions of dollars to the state of Indiana. The Hoosier Lottery's mission is to responsibly provide innovative and entertaining lottery games for the benefit of the citizens of Indiana. To learn more about the Hoosier Lottery, visit them online at HoosierLottery.com. The Hoosier Lottery, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
Attention UE alumni. Do you know that the UE Alumni Association sponsors numerous events each year in over 20 cities throughout the country and worldwide? Do you know that over 800 alumni, parents, and other friends volunteer with UE as recruiters, mentors, reunion planners, and fundraisers? Do you know how you can get involved? Find out more by visiting our website at www.evansville.edu/alumni.
The International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local Chapter 16 would like to take time to say, Go Otters! The IBEW Local 16's jurisdiction includes 13 counties in southwestern Indiana, as well as Wabash County in Illinois. Its members are divided into several categories of electrical work, including inside construction, maintenance electric, residential wiring, and sign classifications. More information on IBEW Local 16 can be found online at IBEW16.net.
We forge ahead to the top half of the second inning, and hey, Otters fans, whether you're searching for an exquisite diamond engagement ring, diamond anniversary band, dazzling earrings, or a gorgeous diamond bracelet, Kruckemeyer & Kahn is the place for extraordinary value and a pleasurable experience. Kruckemeyer & Kahn, a supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. To the top of the second inning we go. It's Evansville 1 and River City 0. So it'll be 6, 7, and 8 in the order for the Rascals. Already taken a big blow in this game as their starter Dan Ludwig drilled by a line drive to the face, forced to leave after facing just 2 batters. So it'll be a bullpen night for them as nicely back out to the mound. Southpaw into his wind. His first pitch to Ross Haffey is fouled back out of play for strike 1. Haffey did not play in yesterday's game. He's seen limited action this year with the Rascals. Just 2 hits and 12 at-bats so far this season. Right-handed batter. Nicely the lefty on the mound, the 0-1. Fastball just a little bit high. Check swing. They appeal to first, but he did not go around, says the first base umpire, Drew Ashcraft. So the count's level at 1. It's 1-0. Evansville in front in the top half of the second inning. Here's the pitch. Bounced on the ground out to the second baseman, Cronin, who fields just next to the second base bag before throwing to first to retire Happy for the first out at the top of the second. So with Happy retired, here comes Ransom Lalonde, who has had himself a rebirth after being cut by the traded by the Windy City Thunderbolts here to River City. As with Windy City so far this year, Lalonde was hitting about 130. Overall, he's still hitting 154 in the season, but now with River City, he's 7 for his first 20 with 4 driven in. First pitch to him. Takes a fastball at the knees over the heart of the plate as nicely pours it over for strike 1. Lalonde, big right-handed batter, 6'3", shortstop for the Rascals. 2 hits in yesterday's game, the 0-1. Fastball pushes him off the plate as it can't catch the inside corner. And it's a ball and a strike. 1 out, top of the second inning. It's 1-0, Evansville in front early on. Austin nicely into his wind, the 1-1. Fastball down and away. Lalonde tries to check his swing. They appeal down to first. And they say he went around for strike 2. Ashcraft with the call. And it's a ball and 2 strikes on Lalonde. Nicely got the first 2 outs of the first inning quickly. So now he fires the 1-2. Fastball drifts up and away for ball 2, count level. Now the first 2 outs of the first inning quickly before running into some trouble, but a big strikeout of Paul Cronenfeld ended that threat. 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, gets away from Rizzatello, but he gets to it quickly, picks it up and fires to first to get Lalonde, who was hustling down the line. Strikeout completed with the throw to first as nicely picks up his second punch out of the game. And there's 2 away here in the top of the second. Here comes Gage West, catcher tonight for the Rascals, hitting from the left side. First pitch from Nicely. Fastball chisels the outside corner at the knees. It's 0-1. West didn't start last night's game, but had a huge impact on it as he came in for the injured Mike Giorgella. The Rascals are going to leave Evansville battered and bruised. 0-1, flared in the air behind third base. Cruz backing up, still on the dirt as he just crosses onto the grass as the third baseman makes the catch on the pop-up to end the inning. We'll go to the bottom half of the second. It's Evansville 1 and River City nothing here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckemeyer & Kahn Otters Digital Network.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Kruckemeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Kruckemeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Kruckemeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
We go to the bottom half of the second inning as Evansville 1 and River City nothing. Remember, fans, Thunderbolt Pass Golf Course has the best golf rates in town, now offering 18 holes with a cart for just $18. Don't forget the $1 drafts and $5 pitchers of ice-cold beer. Come and visit the Bolt. Thunderbolt Pass Golf Course, a supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. So Zach Wells leads it off here in the bottom half of the second inning. The Otters 1 and the Rascals nothing in the very early going. Wells, Rizzatello, and Cruz in the frame as the first pitch comes home. Fastball called strike one on the outside third, thigh high. It's Ryan Orr back out for the second inning. Came on for Dan Ludwig, who left the game after being hit by a line drive to the face. 0-1 for Orr. Bouncing ball back up the middle of the lawn, charging, fielding behind the grass, throws to first just in time to get Wells. As the lawn waited on that ball to bounce to him, ended up fielding that one almost behind the bag, nearly on the grass in center field. But with a strong throw, able to retire Wells for the first out in the bottom of the second.
Number 27, the catcher, Mike Rizzatello.
So Wells down on 2 pitches, and here's Mike Rizzatello hitting from the right side against the righty Orr. Fires a first pitch fastball high and tight for ball one. One away, bottom of the second inning. It's Evansville 1, River City nothing. Center fielder Hearn playing well into the right center field gap. The 1-0 pitch. Slider on the outside corner as a good breaking pitch from Orr. Able to catch the edge. It's 1-1. Rizzatello hitting .219 on the season. 1 home run, 10 driven in. Here's the pitch. Fastball off his hands, bounced down the first base line, but that's just foul as it evades the bag on its way to the first baseman, Happy. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Rascals coming into today, we're just a half game back of Evansville in the Western Division, so they're hoping to overtake the Otters for first place. The 1-2 flown high in the air to relatively deep center field. Center fielder Hearn takes a few steps back and puts it away handily, though, as Rizzatello got under it a touch. And he's the second out here in the bottom of the second. 2 up, 2 down for Orr. He's now retired 3 in a row, dating back to the end of the first inning. Now it's Manny Cruz, third baseman for the Otters, hitting here with the Evansville leading 1-0. Cruz .254 on the season, 1 home run, 15 driven in. The pitch. Fastball brushes him off the plate for ball 1. Cruz digging in from the right side, hits here with 2 outs and nobody on. Orr working quickly, the 1-0. Popped in the air, foul out of play, right hand side, and the count's level at 1. Manny was 0 for 4 in last night's ball game as he's hit a little bit of a skid in his past 10 games, .241 over that time span. The 1-1 pitch, bouncing ball up the third base line, just foul as that one's to the left of the third base bag. As had the third baseman Martinez fielded it, I don't think he's getting the speedy Cruz rushing down the line. So a good move by Martinez, letting that ball trickle foul. And Cruz is down in the count, 1-2. Cruz will take his time now getting back to the box after running hard down the line. Catches breath before digging in. Down the count, 1-2. Orr gets his sign, rocks in, fires the pitch. Slider swerves outside as Cruz watched it all the way into the mitt. So he started his swing but stopped very early. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs, nobody on. 2-2 pitch. Fought off the hands as it's popped up out of play behind the Otters dugout as it lands on top of the roof of Bossy Field. So Cruz fighting here, still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Trying to make some noise with 2 outs here in the inning, bottom of the second. Otters leading 1-0. Break-even pitch again. Rolled on the ground, foul up the third base side. As Cruz spoils another good offering from Orr. Counts now still 2-2. Wind up down the 2-2 again. Fastball swung on and missed as Cruz chases the high heater at the letters. Down on strike, swinging first punch out of the game for Ryan Orr. 1-2-3, down go the Otters, and we'll go to the top of the third. It's Evansville 1 and River City nothing here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckemeyer & Kahn Otters Digital Network.
This Evansville Otters broadcast is made possible through support from New Image Travel. New Image Travel provides motor coach charter service to the United States and Canada with pickup within a 150-mile radius of Evansville. A full list of New Image Travel's offerings can be found online at newimagecharter.com. New Image Travel can be reached toll-free at 1-800-432-6213. New Image Travel, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
You wanted to be a teacher when you were little, but as you grew up, things changed. Teaching just didn't seem like the best option anymore, so you decided to become something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Interesting and innovative things are happening in teaching today, so it's time to put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Find out how you can make more at teach.org. Make more. Teach. Brought to you by Teach and the Ad Council. Why Old National Bank? Old National Bank began in 1834 with just one room and a passion for helping people prosper. Today, we are honored and grateful to be the financial partner for so many businesses, families, and individuals like you. From our commitment to safety and security to our promise of service that will exceed your expectations, we want to be your bank for life. Old National Bank, member FDIC.
We go to the top half of the third inning with the Otters leading 1-0 over the River City Rascals. It'll be Trevor Achenbaugh, J.D. Hearn, and Kevin Suarez here in the frame. Austin nicely set down the past 4 hitters he's faced. 9-1-2 in the Rascals' order as they look to get something going. Just one hit in the game for them. That was back in the first inning, a line drive base knock from Clint Freeman. Achenbaugh stands in from the right side. First pitch from Nicely. It's a heater just a little bit down and in for ball 1. Achenbaugh hitting .222 on the season. That's 4 for 18 here in his Rascals career. Nicely the southpaw into his wind, the 1-0. Line to the second baseman Cronin and by and on into right center field where it's cut off by the right fielder Gardner, who heaves it back into second base to hold Achenbaugh to a single. That was just out of the reach of David Cronin, ranging towards the right field side. It's a leadoff hit for Achenbaugh as he goes the other way for the base knock. To lead off the bottom half, or top half rather, of the third inning. And what's interesting for Achenbaugh, that's his 4th hit in 8 attempts against left-handed pitching. He's got 5 hits total on the season. So despite not seeing left-handed pitching that often, he's smoked them to the tune of 80% of his hits. Now the first pitch home for J.D. Hearns, a fastball outside. He showed bunt, but took the pitch, so it's 1-0. Achenbaugh at first, nobody out top of the third inning. Otters leading 1-0. Hearn at the plate, flew out to deep left center field his first time up as he was robbed of extra bases. The leaping grab from Ryan Long. Nicely set on the mound. Staring over at first, the leg kick, the 1-0, swung on and missed as Hearn chases the slider downstairs, and the count's level at 1. Shady would have loved that first inning hit, not just because it would have gotten the game off on the right foot for River City, but he's been struggling mightily as of late. Just 1 hit in his last 21 at-bats. She's seen his average dip down to about 260 now after being around 300 for most of the season. Rizzatello sets up inside. Now the 1-1. Flown in the air right field side, but that's twisting out of play. And it's over our heads for strike 2. A ball and 2 strikes. Achenbaugh at first base. He's stolen 1 bag on this season, yet to be caught. Top of the third inning, 1-0 Otters lead. Cruz even with the bag at third, middle infield at double play depth. DeLuca holding on the runner at first. And nicely set at the belt on the mound. Delivers the 1-2. Flown in the air to right field. Gardner drifting back into his left as he makes the catch. And basically straight away right field for the first out of the top of the third. So Hearn flies out for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Kevin Suarez. who had a liner straight at Zach Wells in center field as he smoked that baseball, but nothing to show for it. So he was retired back in the first inning. Achenbaugh still at first, 1 out. Suarez digging in from the right side. Middle infield remains at double play depth. Nicely set at the belt. Brings the first offering. Breaking ball in the dirt. Good block by Rizzatello as Achenbaugh not going anywhere at first. And it's ball 1 on Suarez. One of the peculiar things about the Rascals roster is quite a few players have what's known as reverse splits. Normally, as a right-handed batter, you fare better against left-handed pitching because you see the ball earlier out of the pitcher's hand as opposed to right-handed pitching. But Suarez, a right-handed batter, has struggled all year long against southpaws. On the season, hitting .254, but against lefties, just .172. Nicely comes, set, looks over at first, now the 1-0. Fastball drifts off the outside corner as Rizzatello wanted it down and in, but instead got it off the outside edge, so it's 2-0 on Suarez. But nonetheless, Kevin's still swinging a hot bat, past 10 games, hitting .333. So the main thing he brings to the table is his stolen base ability. Swiped 11 bags without being caught this season. 2-0. Bounced in, blocked by Rizzatello as it trickles out in front of home plate. Achenbaugh thought about dancing for second, but throws on the brakes and gets back to first, and it's 3-0 on Suarez. 1-0 Evansville in front, top of the third inning. Chef Gardner with an RBI single to left field opened the account for the Otters. And since then, not much doing for either side. But nicely in some trouble here. Relative trouble, I guess you could say. Runner at first, a 3-0 count on Suarez. Clint Freeman on deck. He's already got a single to his name tonight. Cruz playing in on the grass at third. Small lead for Achenbaugh at first as the 3-0 pitch is a fastball called strike 1 on the outside corner. As Suarez had already tossed his bat back to the dugout. With a wry smile, he'll go over and pick it up. That pitch looked like it might have been a hair or two outside, but nicely gets the call. It's 3-1. Achenbaugh still at first. Nicely comes ready on the mound. Roxon delivers the 3-1. Runner goes, but the pitch is high as Rizzatello was about to fire it down to second, but puts it in his back pocket as Suarez draws the walk, the second one issued by Nicely here tonight.
Number 8, right fielder Clint Freeman.
So now here's Clint Freeman, runners at first and second. Rascals with a little rally here in the top of the third inning. They're down 1-0. Freeman singled his first time up, a line drive back through the box. Hitting here with one away. Austin Nicely trying to work out of this jam. Stranded runners at first and second back in the first inning, trying to do the same here in the third and preserve this early Otters 1-0 advantage. Left on left matchup. Nicely looks back to second, now the first pitch. This is down and in around the shoe tops of Freeman for ball 1. Freeman .264 on the season, but 8 for his last 21, and over the past 10 games, hitting a crisp .390. Broken back grounder to DeLuca at first. He spins and throws to second, but it's a wild throw and it's on into left field. A run's going to come home to score. Suarez slides into third, and holding at first is Freeman as the poor throw from DeLuca allows a run to score, and River City has tied the game at 1 and has runners at the corners with 1 out for Braxton Martinez. DeLuca had the hard part done, fielding that ground ball, made the right motion, spinning and throwing to second, but the throw was wide of the bag as it went all the way into left field where Ryan Long had to retrieve it. Suarez with a keen awareness able to advance to third as Freeman aboard at first on the fielder's choice and E3. So it's men at first and third for Braxton Martinez. 6 home runs, 25 runs driven in for the big right-handed slugger. Hitting .254 on the season, walked his first time up. Left on right matchup. We're tied at 1 here in the top of the third. First pitch. Fastball high and away for ball 1. Martinez, like Freeman, has been as hot as can be over his past 10 games, hitting .394. But he's been even better with, or not even better, but just as good with runners in scoring position this season, hitting .333. Middle infield at double play depth. Runners at first and third, 1 away. Top of the third, we're knotted at 1. The pitch. Breaking ball down in the dirt, blocked by Rizzatello. Martinez lays off, however, and the count's 2-0. On deck, Paul Cronenfeld struck out swinging his first time up. Two-0 pitch. Fastball drifts down and away as Rizzatello stabs at it to keep it in front. And it's 3-0 on Martinez. Basically losing a little bit of a handle here. Will take his time, go to the rosin bag, dry off his pitching hand, rub up the baseball a little bit and refocus. It's 3-0 on Martinez. Suarez at third, Freeman at first, 1 away. Double play ball could end this inning for the Otters. 3-0 pitch. Martinez swings and pops it in the air right field side, but that's drifting out of play. So you have the green light 3-0 just late on the heater. Had a good one to hit, but nothing doing, and it's 3-1. Freeman takes his lead at first. Suarez from third. 3-1 pitch. Fastball down and away. It's a walk to Martinez, the second one he's drawn tonight. And the bases are going to be loaded now for Paul Cronenfeld with 1 away.
Number 11, designated hitter, Paul Cronenfeld.
Cronenfeld struck out swinging his first time up, and now a chance to give River City their first lead of the game. We're tied at 1, top of the third inning. 1 run's already scored on the Joe DeLuca throwing error to second. Left on left matchup, corners back, infield at double play depth. Hoping to roll 2 and get out of the jam. The first pitch swung on and missed. Cronenfeld with a wild hack. Can't catch the heater, and it's 0-1. Bases drunk for River City. It's an 0-1 count on Cronenfeld with 1 away, and Austin nicely trying to pitch his way out of this trouble. Comes set, the 0-1. Fastball just a touch down and in as that nearly had the inside corner at the knees. But no dice, says Steve Bartelstein behind the plate. So the count's level on Cronenfeld, 1-1. This season with the bases loaded, River City has hit a very crisp .341 with 33 runs driven in. The pitch. Bounce on the ground up the first base side, well foul. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. River City, however, has not hit a grand slam yet this season. And Cronenfeld in 5 at-bats with the bases loaded has 2 hits and 5 driven in on the season. So he's been productive when coming up with a man at every base. Counts 1 ball, 2 strikes. We're tied at 1, top of the third inning, 1 away. Bases drunk. 1-2 pitch. Fastball up and away, easy take for Cronenfeld. And the count's level at 2 apiece. Nicely's walked 2 here in the frame, 3 overall. As coming into this start, he'd only walked 1 in his past 13 innings. Count even on Cronenfeld, nicely comes to the ready. Cranks and fires the 2-2 pitch. Bounced back to the screen. It's Cronenfeld able to tip it to keep the at-bat alive. And we'll do the 2-2 at least one more time. Thomas shaded well up the middle. Cronin playing a few steps to his left towards the right field line for the left-handed hitting Cronenfeld. Counts even at 2. Bases loaded, 1 out. We're tied at 1. Here's the pitch. Foul tipped in and out of the mid of Rizzatello as Cronenfeld will be allowed to continue the at-bat. As Rizzatello can't put the squeeze on it, Cronenfeld with new life, still 2-2. Nicely taking his time, finally comes ready. Roxon delivers the 2-2. Fastball up and away, and the count's full 3-2 with nowhere to put Cronenfeld. Rascals at every base here in the top of the 3rd inning. Game is tied at 1 apiece, 1 out. Double play ball could end the inning for Nicely should he find a way to roll it. Earlier this year at Florence, he rolled 3 double plays in a game, hoping for 1 here to get out of the trouble. Payoff pitch. Fastball just down and away as Nicely stares in, wondering where that pitch was. Just off the black at the knees on the outside edge. No call. That'll force home a run, and River City takes a 2-1 lead. Cronenfeld gets credit for the RBI, his 24th of the season. It's River City now in front, 2-1. Here's Ross Haffey, bounced out to second his first time up. 1 away, still bases loaded. Left on right matchup. Nicely set, the highlight kick, the pitch. Swung on and missed as Haffey swings over top of the heater, and it's 0-1. A 1 pitch. Fastball pops the mid off the outside corner, belt high, as Haffey takes it for ball 1. First baseman for the Rascals, 2 for 13 this season, 1 home run, 2 runs driven in. He's got teammates at every base, though, here in the top of the 3rd inning. River City's plated 2. So they now lead 2-1, top of the 3rd, 1 out. Bases loaded. 1-1 offering. Rolled on the ground to 3rd. Cruz with a nifty backhand pick. Steps on the bag. Throws to first wide. But DeLuca off the bag. Catches it and tags the runner going by. And with some sweet defense, the Otters able to turn the double play and get out of the jam with limited damage. We'll go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. It's River City 2 and Evansville 1 here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckemeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Kruckemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckemeyer and Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Kruckemeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Kruckemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
wild hack. It's 1-1. 2 runs home in the inning for Evansville on the Jeff Gardner 2-run double down the right field line. Or into his windup. Here's the 1-1. Popped back out of play. DeLuca just underneath that one a touch. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Gardner remains at third base, 2 outs. 3-2 the score, bottom of the third inning. Evansville in front, trying to even this series with River City, who took the first game of the 3-game set by a final of 5-3 last evening. 1-2 pitch. Fastball called, strike 3 on the inside corner, and DeLuca knew it as Orr paints the inside black for his second strikeout of the game to strand Gardner at third. We'll go to the top of the 4th inning. Evansville now leads again by 1. It's the Otters 3 and the Rascals 2 here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckemeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.
Since 1994, Slay's Restoration has been assisting tri-state residents clean up and restore their properties after disasters of all kinds. Located at 2121 Cotter Avenue in Evansville, Slay's Restoration offers assistance for water damage, fire and smoke damage, mold and biohazard mitigation, complete reconstruction, and much more. Slay's Restoration can be reached toll-free 24 hours a day at 1-888-776-8555. It can also be found online at slaysrestoration.com.
My name is Lola Silvestri, and I'm going to be 95 this year. I was very independent. I fell, and I had to have Meals on Wheels. America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org. This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
SRG Global, a Guardian company, would like to wish the Evansville Otters the best of luck in today's contest. Founded in 1932, SRG Global is one of the world's largest manufacturers of chrome-plated plastic parts for the automotive, commercial truck, and household appliance industry. Located locally at 601 North Congress Avenue in Evansville, SRG Global can be found online at srgglobal.com. They can also be reached in Evansville by phone at 812-477-6151.
We go to the top half of the 4th inning, and hey fans, if you come to Bosse Field for an Otters game, bring your Otters ticket stub into Kruckemeyer and Kahn for a monthly raffle. Winning ticket gets 50% off any purchase over $1,000 on our fine jewelry. Winner will be drawn on the 1st of each month. Also mention the Evansville Otters Digital Network at Kruckemeyer and Kahn and get 20% off any purchase of $500 or more. Tell them ODN sent you. I think I know somebody who might be able to use that raffle. Somebody just proposed and got accepted out down the first base line here on an Otters game. So congratulations to the now happy engaged couple, as they should head to Kruckemeyer and Kahn to get their wedding rings picked out. So that holds up the game just a touch, but we're ready to get back to the action now. Since Ransom Lalonde leading it off for River City, 7, 8, and 9 in the Rascals order. Lalonde digging in from the right side, the southpaw nicely into his wind, and his first pitch of the frame is down and away for ball 1. Nicely towing the third base side of the rubber. Kicks and deals the 1-0. Lalonde grounds it foul, third base side, and the count's level at a ball and a strike. Shortstop for the Rascals struck out swinging his first time up. Not your prototypical shortstop. A little bit taller of a guy at 6'3". Something we've seen lately in the past 10 to 15 years at the major league level. 1-1. Fights one off his thumbs as he bounds it into the dirt as it rolls foul, third base side, 1-2. Starting with a guy by the name of Cal Ripken Jr., who is a rather big shortstop who proved the guys over 6 foot could play one of the toughest positions on the diamond. Followed by Alex Rodriguez, Derek Jeter, and now guys like Carlos Correa continuing that trend. The 1-2 Bouncing ball right side. Cronin with a long run. Fields it, and it's underneath his glove as it drops right at his feet. Overran it just a touch as it bangs off his glove. It'll be an E4 for David, his 4th error of the season, and not the start the Otters wanted here to begin the 4th.
Number 27, catcher Gage West.
So Lalon at first after the E4, and now it's Gage West. Popped out his first time up. Left on left matchup. Here's the first pitch, but before that, a snap throw over to first. And Lalon back to the bag. As I'm finally joined by my trusty partner, Preston Lindenbach, who had to deal with a little something in between innings.
A little something, a little extra emergency duty call.
First pitch to West. He pops it foul out of play, third base side. Thankfully, with that engagement out in the field, perfect time for our sponsor, Kruckemeyer & Kahn. They should head on over there, bring their ticket stub, get into the raffle, and find their way to a discounted engagement ring.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe that's where he got the first one there from.
Hey, you never know. So it's 0-1 on West. Lalon at first base, nobody out. Nicely comes set on the mound, middle infield at double play depth. Still waiting, and now a throw over to first, and back in standing is Lalon. He's only stolen a base on the season, but has not been caught as well. The Otters have come back in this one. They were down by 1 run going into the bottom of the 3rd inning. 2-run double from Jeff Gardner. He's got 3 ribeyes on the game already. So he paces the Otters offense as they now lead 3-2. Nicely staring down Lalon, holding on the mound. Now another throw over to first, and Lalon once again back in without a dive. Cronin, the second baseman, playing a few steps towards the right field line. Third baseman Cruz a few steps behind the bag, and Thomas shaded up the middle. Nicely set. Lalon dancing over at the first base bag, nicely still holding. Now comes home the 0-1, and it's fouled back off the home plate umpire for strike 2. Rizzatello, as he always does, will take a moment to give the umpire a little breather. What are you chuckling about?
Later.
As Zane Clodfelter likes to say, what's said in the press box stays in the press box unless we're on air.
That's exactly what's in play right now. There's no doubt about that. Oh, jeez. Anyway, for Nicely working with the lead, maybe he can settle back in after giving up those 2 runs in the top of the 3rd inning.
I was just extremely impressed that Nicely, that 3rd inning wasn't, you can never say that when runs are given up, they're anybody's fault. But Nicely was hit with a little bit of hard luck as he comes set the 0-2. Fastball just a touchdown low. It's 1-2 now on West. But the error by DeLuca that allowed a run to score, and then the bases loaded walk, really tight 3-2 pitch. He didn't get the call, but he fought back to get the double play to end the inning and limit the damage, which could be really big in this game for the Otters, considering they've already overcome the 1-run deficit.
Usually we see the comebacks from the Otters later in the game, but good response.
Lalon still dancing at first, Nicely holding at the belt, and finally time called by West at the plate as Nicely has just been staring down Lalon at first, making sure he doesn't get a good jump on him.
And I guess, I know I've kind of been all over the place, but I guess we haven't received any word about Ludwig's condition, I guess.
Nothing yet. That was a scary moment earlier in the game if you're just joining us. Nicely set, still looking at first. 1-2. Breaking ball in the dirt, blocked by Rizzatello as it trickles out in front of home plate. But Lalon not going anywhere, so the count's even on West, 2-2. 3-2, Evansville leads, top of the 4th. Yeah, Ludwig drilled by a line drive off the bat of Ryan Long. Went down immediately, thankfully got up, walked off the field under his own power. Looked like he was okay. If we get any word on his condition right now or anything that's going to happen with him, we'll let you know. He was out of the game after just 2 batters. Now it's 2-2 on West. The pitch. Little bleeder into center field. Wells coming on strong. Will have to play it on the hop, and it's by him in front of him as it looked like it had skipped over his shoulder, but it actually bounced straight up. So he's able to keep it in front. Runners just advance 1 base. West to first, Lalonde to second, and River City's in business here to open up the top of the fourth.
Yeah, somehow Wells managed to find a way to keep that ball in front, because it looked like you said originally, going to get behind him, but he's somehow able to keep it in front and just goes, luckily for him, no extra advancement by the base runners.
I was actually talking with Zach earlier today that it feels like that during this homestand there's been an unusual amount of bleeders and dunkers into the outfield for opposing teams. I'm just like, it's always so tough to tell with you guys, with the jumps that you get, whether or not you have a good read on it or you're trying to play it on a hop. And there he was trying to possibly go into a diving play. As the next hitter, Trevor Achenbach, shows bunt, gets it down the third base side, but that one's going to roll foul for strike one. On that fly ball to center, Zach was coming in hard. I thought he might have a play, and he almost ran into the problem of, well, if you don't shorten up in time, you're going to run into the issue of keeping the ball in front of you. And thankfully there, he was able to deflect it and keep it in front. But a little bit dicey, and it's a ball and no balls and one strike on Achenbach. Singled and scored his first time up, leading off the third frame. Now being asked to lay down a sacrifice bunt with runners at first and second and nobody out. River City trailing by 1. 3-2 our score, top of the fourth. Corners playing tight. Thomas up the middle, Cronin shading towards the first base bag. Left on right matchup. 0-1 pitch, Achenbach not showing bunt, runners go. It's foul tipped at the plate. So the runners are going to be forced back to their bases, as the Otters lucky Rizzatello couldn't hang on to that foul tip. Otherwise the runners would have been allowed to advance. But since he couldn't field it cleanly, the runners returned to first and second, and they looked like they had those bases stolen on a well-executed double steal, but nothing doing for them as it's 0-2.
Kind of pulling a sign out of the Otters book. We've seen a few double steals by the Otters this year. I don't think have we seen any in this homestand, though?
Not yet. The Otters, in terms of running, have been a little bit more tame on the base paths here at home lately.
So I know, especially early on in the season, but considering how long this homestand has been, I thought for sure they would have done it at least one time.
So it's 0-2 on Achenbach. Nicely set at the belt. Runner dancing off of second. The 0-2, he shows bunt and foul tips it. Actually doesn't get a piece of it as it goes all the way to the backstop, as Rizzatello couldn't make the grab on the pitch. So both runners advanced to second and third on a terrible break for the Otters.
Again, Gisper took the lead and kind of just, again, the play just not really crisp right now for the Otters.
Shades of the seventh inning against Gateway when Rizzatello had a couple of pass balls with Aker on the mound that allowed a run to score. So now it's 1-2 on Achenbach. Runners at second and third, nobody out. Otters leading by 1. Here's the pitch. Fouled back to the screen, Achenbach with a nice hack, but he can't square it up. It's 1-2. Corner infield playing tight, just a few steps behind the grass. Middle infield will play back and concede the out for the run. Still early on in this one, top of the fourth. Achenbach with 3 runs driven in on the season. 5 hits on the campaign, with 4 of them coming off of southpaws, as is nicely on the mound here. Austin set, looks back to second. Cranks and deals the 1-2. Pitch down in the dirt, blocked by Rizzatello. Achenbach able to spit on it, and the count goes to even 2-2.
Of course, again, going back to last week, nicely building off, again, arguably his best performance of the year. Really starting to maybe settle into the rotation to be the pitcher I think that the Otters expected him to be.
We've seen shades of that tonight. He hasn't been able to string it together. It's a couple of bad breaks thus far. 2 errors committed by the Otters defense haven't helped him. Now it's 2-2 on Achenbach. Break-even pitch. Swung on and missed a big strikeout for Nicely as he gets Achenbach chasing upstairs for the first out here in the top of the fourth. Nicely's 3rd strikeout of the game.
2-strike count. Being defensive. Again, pitch up in the zone like that. It still kind of looks even bigger to some of the batters. And gets them a little antsy, a little over anxious, and able to get the swing and miss in a big moment, like you said, just get that first out.
So now the lineup turns over for J.D. Hearn. He's 1 for his last 22. Corners are still going to play in. Middle infield back. Runners at second and third, one out. Evansville leading 3-2, top of the fourth. Left on right matchup. First pitch. Ripped down the third base line, but it's foul as it hooks just to the wrong side of the foul line. Hearn nearly with extra bases. It'll just go down as a loud strike.
Long out there at left, and it just cannot be forgotten the play that he made early in the game. Going up against the fencing like that, that's tough. It's one thing if it's a cushioned wall, but that's straight up fencing behind those banners and giving up his body to make the play early in the game.
That was really the first hard hit ball Hearn's had here in the series. So he's got to be asking, what do I have to do to get a base hit at this point? Along with some stellar defense in left. Now down in the count 0-1. Rizzatello sets up down and away. The pitch. It is down and away, but it skips on into the mid of Rizzatello. So it's ball one on Hearn, 1-1. Center fielder for the Rascals, hitting .267 this season. 3 home runs, 13 driven in. And hitting an abysmal .129 against left-handed pitching. That's just like Kevin Suarez, who is on deck, has struggled to read southpaws this year. Runners take their leads from second and third. Nicely set at the belt. The high leg kick, the pitch. Rolled on the ground out to short. Thomas charges, picks it up, throws to first in time to get Hearn. But coming home to score is Lalonde as it's an RBI ground out. Hearn does his job, and we're tied up at 3.
Yeah, just putting the ball into play, especially toward the middle part of the infield, playing further back. Again, that's all you just ask. And interesting on a play like that to watch our second base umpire. Not only with everything going on around him on the base pass, but his concentration does that ball hit the runner. And he watched it all the way. The runner leaped over it. Basically said, no, he's safe, never touched.
A good concentration by Toby, because that's often a tactic used by runners to try and shield the view of the fielder trying to reel in that baseball. So Toby does well. Now it's Kevin Suarez. Takes a fastball outside for ball 1. West now at third. 2 outs. We're tied at 3, top of the fourth inning. Suarez at the plate, right-handed batter, 0 for 1. Walked and scored back in the third inning. Has a chance to put River City back in front as both teams have exchanged runs here in the past few half innings. 1-0. Fastball called, strike 1 on the outside corner as nicely paints the black at the knees. It's 1-1.
And I know you got a chance to kind of catch up with an IC before the game, but what did he say to you about what his mindset going into today's start?
Really, it's just building off of what he was able to do against Southern Illinois. He scrapped his curveball in favor of a slider now, which has been far more effective for him. 1-1. Change up down low as Suarez lays off. It's 2 balls and a strike. And he said, really, the big thing was my fastball command. You know, you can't spot the fastball. If you flip over a breaking pitch, they're not swinging at that either. So you got to command the fastball first and then work off of it. And he said watching the game last night, unfortunately, didn't offer too many insights into the River City hitters, as Luke Rennie, despite giving up 4 runs, was still relatively dominant in the game. 2-1 pitch. Liner out to left, long coming on, but he's not going to make the catch as he fields it on 1 hop, trailing towards the line. It's an RBI single for Kevin Suarez, and he's going to be granted second base since he ran into Joe DeLuca running around first. A heady play by Suarez, as even though he could have avoided DeLuca easily, all he had to do was run into DeLuca just a little bit, and he's granted second. So he gets credit for the RBI, and River City now leads 4-3.
That's just another bad break for the Otters. Again, DeLuca getting the start at first. He's mostly been a catcher, at least with his time with the Otters, and we've seen a couple maybe just line plays not being made there.
So now it's Freeman with the runner at second and 2 away. Rascals now leading again by 1. The pitch. Down in the dirt, blocked by Rizzatello. Suarez holds at second, and it's ball 1. Freeman 1 for 2, singled back in the first, and then hit into a fielder's choice back in the third inning, but reached base after Joe DeLuca's throw to second was wild. Now hitting here with the River City leading once again by 1 run. Left on left matchup. Here's the pitch. Skied in the air, first base side, foul ground. Rizzatello giving chase in front of the Otters dugout. hoping for it to come back into play, but it lands on top of the Bossy Field roof before bounding back to Mike, who makes the catch. But he can't get the assist from the Bossy Field metal sheet roof above us.
Well, it did come back.
I'm not sure if you saw it. It was a couple of days ago, maybe a week by this point. I don't know. The days run together now. Game between the Blue Jays and the Astros. Astros have the roof there.
Right.
Curtis Granderson pops up a pitch from Justin Verlander back out of play, but it never comes down. It landed somewhere in the rafters in the roof, and it just never came down.
That's interesting. And that was in Houston?
Yeah, 1-1 pitch to Cronenfeld's high for ball 2, 2-1.
Because, I mean, that's kind of a normal thing to expect for the Tampa Bay Rays.
Yeah,
Tropicana, but Houston's got a little bit more space up top, especially because they can open their roof if they wanted to.
Yeah, nobody knew what happened. They didn't really care because obviously the ball wasn't going to be in play, but everybody was kind of scared, like, is this going to fall on my noggin?
Right. Especially, like, later in the game, what if it comes back down?
2-1, here's the pitch. Cronenfeld pops it high in the air to left field. Thomas tracing out, long the left fielder coming in, and he calls off Thomas in shallow left to put it away and end the inning, but 2 runs score for River City, and we'll go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. It's River City 4 and Evansville 3 here on WUEV 91.5 FM in the Kruckemeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Kruckemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckemeyer and Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckemeyer and Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckemeyer and Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Kruckemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckemeyer and Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckemeyer and Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckemeyer and Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Kruckemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckemeyer and Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckemeyer and Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckemeyer and Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
You're listening to exclusive coverage of Evansville Otters baseball on 91.5 FM WUEV Evansville.
Three straight half innings of 2-run baseball, and it's now 4-3 River City in front as we go to the bottom half of the 4th inning alongside Preston Leinenbach. I'm Sam Jelnick up here in the Bossy Field press box bringing you Game 2 of the series between the Rascals and Otters. Zach Wells leads us off in the bottom of the 4th inning as Ryan Orr back to the mound. His first pitch to Wells, fastball on the inside corner, 0-1. I've got to hand it to Orr thus far. He has allowed 2 runs in this game. The first run was an inherited runner he allowed to score. 0-1 to Wells. Flown in the air to right field, tracing Freeman, the right fielder, back a few steps, but he settles under it to put it away for the first out. Coming in after seeing one of your teammates suffer a pretty traumatic injury, and not just the kind of injury, an ACL tear or something like that, but at the position you also play, on something that could happen to you, to come in, still have the wherewithal to throw strikes and throw well, is something that is really impressive to me.
Yeah, that says a lot about what Orr's done here today. Again, that's never easy, just coming in. Because even though he can... Sorry.
First pitch to Rizzatello's down and in for ball 1.
Turning the bill. Because even though he has as long as he needs to warm up, he still didn't warm up a full extension like a normal starter would, or even as he would be able to in the bullpen.
1-0, down and away for ball 2. I was actually able to time it. I figured, okay, I'll go to break and come back with him still warming up. It was a 2-minute break. We were back by the time he was done, which is really impressive as the 2-0 pitch is swung on and grounded foul down the third base side, 2-1. He got loose in a hurry, and then just to see something like that happen to one of your fellow teammates, one of your fellow pitchers,
right,
still be able to take the mound and say, okay, I got to throw strikes, and, they might hit it back at me.
Yeah, because obviously, as a human being.
2-1 popped up first base side, not deep. Happy, the first baseman, coming in onto the infield grass, puts it away just onto the cutout for the second out.
As a human being, your concern is obviously what with your teammate and what happened, because you just don't want to see that happen to anybody. But then again, just considering how early in the game was, there's still a game to be played. You got to get out there and refocus and try to just kind of wait till the end of the game to get back to your teammate, and hopefully we'll be all right, because that was a scary moment, no doubt about it.
So 2 up, 2 down for Evansville here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Now it's Manny Cruz. Takes a first pitch fastball that sails high for ball 1. River City 4, Evansville 3. Rascals retake the lead with 2 in the top of the frame. Now Cruz struck out swinging his first time, up the 1-0. Fastball grazes the outside corner at the knees. It's 1-1.
Even though we were talking about something else, but when Wells came out, I just automatically thought, how cool was that for him to come back from the DL and all of a sudden just blast one out of here? That had to be a huge confidence booster.
1-1 inside to Cruz, 2 balls and a strike. Talking to him earlier today, I mentioned to him, and I'm sure he knew, but I kind of reminded him of it when he came off the DL before going back on as the 2-1 comes home. Liner into left field. That's a base hit for Cruz by the third baseman Martinez. As Cruz with a wide turn around first, but Suarez gets it back in quickly. It's a 2-out knock for Manny. Talking to Zach, he mentioned when he came back off the DL for the first time, he was 0 for his first 12. And then he had to go back in the DL again and came back, struck out in his first at-bat back, and then homered. I was like, man, that's got to feel good after it had been over a month since he had gotten a hit. And, that's due to injury, of course, but, you lose that feeling a little bit. So to come back and give the Otters the lead at the time, that's a big boost to him as the Otters hope to have him at full strength the rest of the way.
Not only that, it's a good sign from, I'm sure, the coaching staff standpoint, because there's probably some question marks. All right, how's he going to look in game action? Well, it doesn't seem like there's too many worries when you blast one over the left field wall like he did.
And that was the initial worry when he came back off the DL for the first time. His timing looked a little bit off. Obviously, he was 0 for 12, and you were hoping, he's going to turn a corner, and then getting hurt again. You're like, man, this is the worst possible time. As Cronin shows bunt on the first pitch, but the fastball's in and tight as he spins out of the way for ball 1. Cruz is at first. There's 2 outs, bottom of the fourth inning, with River City leading 4-3. Top of the order for the Otters after the Manny Cruz single to left. Cronin dropped down a beautiful bunt base hit his last time up, 1 for 2. Orr set on the mound, peeks over his shoulder, now the 1-0. Cronin rolls it over down the first base line, that's foul, and the count's level at 1. Cronin checks back in from the left side, addresses the plate, now looks back out at Orr. Takes a glance at first before coming set, now throws over to first, and Cruz back in safely with a dive. Manny hasn't tried to steal a base in a long time, but he's 4 for 4 in the season. We know he has good speed. Cruz extends his lead over at the bag. Orr set, the 1-1. Popped in the air in the middle of the diamond. Shortstop Lalonde coming racing in behind the mound. He makes the call and the catch to end the inning. Otters go down scoreless for the first time since the second, and we'll go to the top half of the fifth inning. It's River City 4 and Evansville 3 here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckemeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.
The Pizza Brick Road always goes to Tyroni's. I'm in the mood for pizza and I'm ready to go. The Pizza Brick Road goes to Tyroni's. So follow me down the Pizza Brick Road. Road down to Tyroni's. The Pizza Brick Road. The Pizza Brick Road always goes to Tyroni's.
Giving our best has prepared us for being the best. Announcing the University of Evansville's Harlaxton College as the #1 ranked study abroad program in the nation. As a part of the UE experience, we offer all our students an unparalleled foreign study program.
More than 60% of UE students study abroad. Our students from all majors
live, learn, and travel the world, and still graduate in 4 years.
The University of Evansville's Harlexton College, the #1 study abroad program in America.
Hi, I'm Bill Morgan of Bill Morgan Roofing and Construction. I've built a reputation of doing quality work that will stand the test of time. We didn't get here by knocking on doors, talking gibberish, or trying to be the lowest bid. You don't like to be sold to, and that's not what we do. My philosophy is simple: treating your home like it's my own, from start to finish. For roofing, gutters, siding, give us a call at Bill Morgan Roofing and Construction. Roofing the right way. 812-499-5892 or BillMorganRoofing.com.
We go to the top half of the 5th inning with River City still in front 4-3. Austin Nicely back out to the mound for his 5th inning of work. It's been a roller coaster of a game thus far. First 2 innings scoreless, but 2 runs in each of the past 2 frames as River City in front by 1. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 in the Rascals order. Martinez, Cronenfeld, and Haffey. They look to continue to add on here, currently sporting a 1-run advantage. Martinez from the right side of the plate, Nicely the southpaw on the mound fires low for ball 1. Martinez has walked both times he's come up to the plate, as Nicely has issued 4 free passes in the game. The 1-0. Fastball at the knees, outside corner. Good pitch from Nicely as he levels the count at 1. One offering. Martinez rolls it over into the hole, third base side. Thomas on the backhand, scoops it up, throws low to first, and Lytle can't pick it out. As I should have told you before the play started, but Joe Lytle now in for Joe DeLuca at first. On the first opportunity, he has to pick the baseball. Can't come up with it cleanly, as I think they're going to give Martinez credit for a hit on that one. And they're actually going to give it an E3 instead for Lytle not being able to dig it out. The second error made by Otters first baseman here today, as Lytle comes on for DeLuca, who had a rough game at first to begin this ball game. So for the second straight inning, a leadoff error. Martinez at first. Here's Cronenfeld. And a first pitch fastball bends him backwards out of the box for ball 1.
Just backing up a little bit, just talking about the play from Thomas's perspective at short. I mean, that was a pretty deep ball up in the hole. Cruz kind of decided to let it go, knew that Thomas would be there to back him up, but able to backhand and make a strong throw. Again, the ball that was almost had eyes to get to left field.
1-0 pitch to Cronenfeld. Takes a two-seamer a little bit low as that's under the knees for 2-ball. First, the second ball of the at-bat, as Keanu Cummings is getting loose now down in the Otters bullpen. 2-0 the count, runner at first, nobody out, top of the 5th inning. Cronenfeld at the plate, left-handed batter. Otters down by 1 run. The pitch. Hard ground ball up the middle off the glove of Nicely, straight to the shortstop Thomas, who tags the bag, throws to first, and Lytle holds the bag as he extends for the wide throw. It'll go down as a 1-6-3 double play. The second one turned for the Otters tonight, and there's 2 away, and the base is clear. And Steve Brooks going to come out and argue with the first base umpire, Drew Ashcraft. He thinks that Lytle came off the bag. He's going to appeal to the home plate umpire, see if he had a different perspective. But Austin Nicely lucky. Had he not touched that baseball, that would have been a 6-3 double play, I imagine. But him deflecting it made things a little bit more difficult. But Thomas still able to get the job done.
It did slow it down a little bit, though, because that was a pretty good shot back up the box.
And now on the appeal, they're going to say he's safe at first, so scratch the double play. And Andy McCauley is going ballistic on the home plate umpire, Steve Bartelstein, right now. McCauley being emphatic with his words. He is getting up in the face of Bartelstein, and McCauley's tossed as Bartelstein gives him the heave-ho, and Andy's going to get the last word in this discussion as he is following Bartelstein no matter where he's going. McCauley is ripping into Bartelstein at the plate as here comes Ashcraft to try and defuse the situation. But Andy is going to make sure he gets his 2 cents worth. First time Macaulay's been tossed this season, as no matter where Bartelstein's walking on the field right now, Macaulay is following him, staying on his back. As Macaulay gets his money's worth, he's been tossed from this ball game after the play at first base, after what looked like a double play. Instead, it's just a 6 unassisted put out. Macaulay given the heave-ho. And staying at first base will be Cronenfeld on the fielder's choice, as Martinez was out on the force play at second. Macaulay ejected, so Boots Day will take over on the bench for the Otters, and up steps Ross Haffey with a runner at first and one away, so no double play for the Otters. First pitch, fastball on the outside corner, called strike one.
Sorry about that. There are some protocols that we have to follow when situations like that happen up here in the press box. So
0-1 pitch. Down and in for ball one. Haffey lays off. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Haffey hit into a double play his last time up. It was a big one with the bases loaded. Bounced into a slick 5-3 double play as Cruz went down to a knee, picked it on the backhand before going to the bag and throwing across the diamonds. Count even at 1. Here's the pitch. Fastball called strike 2 on the black. And as nicely jumps ahead in the count 1-2. Cronenfeld at first, 1 away. It's a 4-3 ball game, top of the 5th inning. Andy Macaulay has just been ejected from this one. Second player we've seen leave the game now, 1 for injury, and now Macaulay tossed for the call at first base. Now the 1-2 home. Breaking ball swung on and missed as Haffey swings over top of it. A wicked one there from Nicely, his 4th punch out of the game, and there's 2 away.
good bounce back at bat for Nicely again. After everything that just happened, a little time in between at bats, a little bounce back and get that big second out.
And normally when Andy comes out to argue, for the most part he's pretty tame, but when he thinks something was wrong, boy, he'll let the umpire have it. He got his 2 cents worth there on Bartelstein as the first pitch to the next hitter, Lalonde, is down in the dirt for ball 1. So I have not seen Andy go off like that yet this year. Still Cronenfeld at first. 4-3, River City leads. Lalonde from the right side of the plate, 0 for 2, but has scored a run. The pitch, bouncing ball third base side. Cruz with a backhand pick at the knees, throws across the diamond with a cannon to retire Lalonde at first. And then the inning will go to the bottom half of the frame, halfway home in this one. It's River City 4 and Evansville 3 here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckemeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.
No matter.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Kruckemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Kruckemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Kruckemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
Evansville Otters.
We go to the bottom half of the 5th inning. It's River City 4 and Evansville 3. Alongside Preston Leinenbach, I'm Sam Jelnick as we forge ahead in this one. Evansville will need to come back yet again in this ball game as they have during this whole homestand as Bobby Siegel will trot out and take over the third base coaching duties for the Otters as Boots Day remains at first after Andy McCauley's ejection in the top of the inning. It'll be Long, Thomas, and Gardner here in the frame, the thick of the order for Evansville as they hope to tie this game or maybe take the lead before we go to the sixth. Long 1 for 2. Fielder's choice also doubled back in the first inning. 2 runs scored. Right on left matchup takes a first pitch fastball under the arms for ball 1.
You can hear the cicadas, I guess that's what's coming through.
Yeah, I saw my first one last week, the 1-0.
Oh, yeah?
Change-up called, strike one at the knees, 1-1. Back home where I'm from, I had no idea that a cicada existed, period. So to see one and people saying, oh yeah, do you hear the cicada? I'm like, what are you talking about? As Long swings and pops the 1-1 into the air, shallow right field. Freeman, the right fielder, coming on. He's camped under it and puts it away with one hand for the first down to the bottom of the fifth.
Truly the sign of the summer nights here in the Midwest. Because, you know, they basically lose their shells, I guess you would call it. A ton of those in our yard back at home.
Yeah, I heard they burrow up from the ground.
Yeah, it's...
That's weird. I don't like that.
They can get really loud, though. When there's a huge group of them in the trees, they get loud and they get really annoying quick.
So now with Long retired, it's Toby Thomas. He's 1 for 1 with a double. First pitch. Skied in the air, third base side. Shortstop Lalonde going out onto the outfield grass. He's camped under it and puts it away for the second out. Back-to-back pop-ups for the Otters to begin the bottom of the fifth.
Aggressive first pitch swing there from Toby Thomas.
Something that Bill McCune bemoaned him for earlier in this year. And then Toby stopped swinging at a lot of first pitches, but now does it on occasion here. I don't mind it at all. He got a good pitch to hit there, just under it.
And sorry to bring your point, but at this point, he has seen Orr now a couple times. So why not?
And Toby had doubled his last time up against him, but no dice there as he pops out to shallow left, and now it's Jeff Gardner, 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. And the first pitch from Orr is a fastball that chips the inside corner, 0-1. 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the fifth inning. It's River City 4 and Evansville 3. Gardner batting from the left side, Orr, the righty on the mound, kicks in, deals the pitch. Gardner rolls it over to the second baseman, Achenbaugh, who fields the bouncing ball and throws to first to retire the Otters in order to end the bottom of the fifth inning. We'll go to the top of the sixth. It's River City 4 and Evansville 3 here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckemeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.
Heritage Federal Credit Union has 7 full-service branches in both Evansville and Newburgh, serving more than 38,000 members. Membership is open to anyone who lives, works, worships, or attends school in Vanderburgh or Warwick County. Heritage Federal Credit Union offers mortgage and consumer loans, checking and savings accounts, as well as online banking for members. Heritage Federal Credit Union can be reached toll-free by phone at 1-800-858-1693. It can also be found online at hfcu.info.
The Hoosier Lottery began selling lottery tickets on October 13, 1989. Since then, the Hoosier Lottery has offered hundreds of different games, awarded prizes to millions of players, and given billions of dollars to the state of Indiana. The Hoosier Lottery's mission is to responsibly provide innovative and entertaining lottery games for the benefit of the citizens of Indiana. To learn more about the Hoosier Lottery, visit them online at HoosierLottery.com. The Hoosier Lottery, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
In this hectic go, go, go world, you can now take WUEV wherever you go thanks to the mobile app TuneIn Radio. TuneIn Radio is a free mobile app which has versions available for both the iPhone and iPad, as well as Android, BlackBerry, Palm, and Windows phones. Search TuneIn in your smartphone's app store to download the TuneIn Radio app and take WUEV wherever life takes you.
We go to the top of the sixth inning. Austin Nicely's night is done. He's on the hook for the loss right now after throwing 5 innings, giving up 4 hits, 4 runs, 2 of them earned, 4 walks and 4 punch-outs for the Southpaw as he gives way to another lefty, Keanu Cummings. Cummings making his 23rd appearance on the season. Last pitched in the finale against Gateway, throwing an inning and 2/3 and allowing 1 run. 2-2 on the season with a 2.73 ERA, 26 1/3 innings, 24 punchouts, 9 walks, and 23 hits allowed for the sophomore here in the Frontier League. Coming off of a stellar rookie campaign that he was awarded the Rookie of the Year for. Now pitching here to Gage West to lead off the 6th, and the first pitch home is sliced foul out of play left-hand side for strike 1. 8-9-1 in the inning for River City, West, Achenbach, and Hearn. West leading it off. He's 1 for 2 with a single. River City leading 4-3, top of the 6th inning here in the second of 3 between the two clubs. The 0-1 fouled back to the screen as West on that pitch. It's 0-2. The Otters trying to even up this series and force a rubber match tomorrow. They haven't lost a series here at home since the opening weekend of the year when they dropped 2 of 3 to the Washington Wild Things. 0-2 pitch. Lined back up the middle, and that's through for a base hit as it was off the end of the bat of West, but he got enough on it to get it by Cronin, who was trying to track it down. It's a 2-strike leadoff single for West, his second base hit of the game. That'll be a leadoff base runner for Trevor Achenbach.
Number 9, second baseman Trevor Achenbach.
Taking a quick look around the Frontier League scoreboard right now over at Joliet, the Slammers, who have been playing such good baseball lately, leading the first place Lake Erie Crushers 8-3. And then the battle of the Cellar Dwellers in the Eastern Division, Traverse City and Windy City. It's the Thunderbolts 15-1, up by 2 touchdowns on the Beach Bums. First pitch to Achenbach. Swings and lines it into left field for a base hit. Long cuts it off before the gap. So West will stop at second. Back-to-back line drive singles for River City. And they've put the first 2 men aboard here in the top of the 6th. Over at Rent One Park, Southern Illinois leading Gateway 4-3. The Miners have been playing good baseball themselves as of late. They find themselves just a half game back of first place as well, just like the River City Rascals. Over at the Corn Crib, Normal and Florence tied at 1. It's Jose Canseco weekend there. So he started at DH for the second straight day over in Normal. And then Washington Wild Things, first pitch home to Hearn. He shows bunt and gets it down right-hand side, but it'll roll foul for strike 1. Then over in Washington, the Wild Things doubling up the Boomers 8-4. Wild Things have lost 7 of their last 10 games, so they're now tied for first with Lake Erie. But now in line to hold firm at the top of the division with a win tonight over Schaumburg should they hold on. And then here in Evansville, it's the Rascals 4 and the Otters 3, top of the 6th inning. Runners at first and second, nobody out. J.D. Hearn at the plate, the leadoff man, 0 for 3 with an RBI. Shows bunt on the 0-1, but takes upstairs. Rizzatello firing back to second as Thomas, not covering the bag, receives it to the left of the second base bag, left field side. And back in safely is the runner West. Now a quick meeting at the mound between Rizzatello and Cummings. Giano's allowed back-to-back singles to open up his outing here since coming on for Nicely here in the top of the 6th inning. Corners playing in, bunt defense ready for the Otters. The 1-1 count on Hearn. Here's the pitch, shows bunt but takes a fastball outside. As with the keen eye, the count moves to 2-1. Earlier in the game with a count just like this, the Rascals opted to, instead of bunt, go with the hit and run. The pitch was foul-tipped at the plate, so that plan was ruined. So we'll see what happens here. Not great speed on the base paths. Gage West, the catcher, out at second. So I doubt that that'll be the plan. Hearn not showing bunt. Now he squares and pops it up. First baseman Lytle going after it. He makes the catch, jumps around Rizzatello, who almost slid into him. But the catch is made as Lytle holds onto it in foul ground halfway down the first base line for a huge first out for the Otters.
Number 1, left fielder Kevin Suarez.
So now it's Kevin Suarez, 1 for 2 with an RBI single that right now is the difference in this game. Single to left field that scored Gage West from third and put the Rascals up by 1. First pitch to him. Splitter called, strike 1 at the knees as that one tumbles in, 0-1. One out, runners at first and second. Rascals leading by 1, top of the 6th. Cummings set. Southpaw kicks and deals the 0-1. Swung on and missed as Suarez chases a splitter well out in front of the plate, and it's 0-2. Suarez digs back in. Runners get their leads from first and second. Right-handed batter. The 0-2 pitch. Cued off the end of the bat, and that's going to drop in down the right field line. West coming around third. He's going to be able to score as the throw goes into second. And Suarez is caught in a rundown between first and second. The Otters are going to have to play this carefully. Runner breaking for the plate. The throw is not in time. As a head-first dive by Trevor Achenbaugh gets around the tag. Suarez able to get in safely at second. It'll go down as a 2-run single for him. And River City leads 6-3. Suarez got caught in a pickle between first and second, long enough to allow Achenbaugh to come around third and try and score. Thomas reacted and threw to the plate, but Achenbaugh with a head-first dive just gets around the tag as the throw late by a half second, and it's a 6-3 Rascals lead with Suarez now out at second base. They'll get credit for 1 RBI on the play. First pitch. Next hitter, Clint Freeman, swings and misses on a good tumbling splitter from Cummings. It's 0-1. Left on left matchup. Suarez dancing off the bag, now chased back by Thomas as Cummings steps off the mound. A 1 pitch. Splitter down and away. Freeman lays off. The count's even at 1 apiece. So a tough break for the Otters there. Suarez was down in the count 0-2. Little flare down the right field line. 1 run was going to score. Suarez caught in a rundown, and everything comes up peachy for the Rascals as everybody's safe. 1-1. Ripped on the ground, first base side, diving stop by the first baseman Lytle, underhand toss to Cummings, who tags the bag and immediately turns back to home to hold Suarez at third. A nice play by Lytle, going to his knees, getting dirty to keep it in front. Suarez up to third, and with 2 away, it'll be Braxton Martinez. Third inning tonight that the Rascals have plated 2 runs. They lead 6-3, top of the 6th inning, 2 outs, runner at third. Martinez at the plate, and the first pitch is a splitter down low for ball 1. Martinez, the big right-handed slugger, 0 for 1, reached on an error his last time up. 6 home runs, 25 driven in on the season. The 1-0. Fastball called, strike 1 on the outside, Black at the belt. It's even at 1. Martinez so good with runners in scoring position in 2 outs, hitting .375 this year in those situations. The 1-1 offering, swung on and missed, tried to golf a splitter. He can't make contact, and he's down in the count 1-2. 2 runs home in the inning for River City, a third waiting in the wings at third base. Cummings comes ready, cranks and fires the 1-2. Splitter in the dirt, blocked by Rizzatello. Martinez the wiser on that one as he takes this offering from Cummings. And the count's even at 2. Break-even pitch. Misses upstairs for ball 3. Count full on Martinez. Paul Cronenfeld on deck. Payoff delivery. rolled on the ground, foul towards the Rascals dugout. And the count will stay full 3-2. Payoff pitch again. Hit high in the air to left field, not very deep. Long started back, now takes a few steps in. Settles under it and puts it away. But 2 runs home for River City. And we'll go to the bottom half of the 6th. It's River City 6 and Evansville 3 here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckemeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Kruckemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Kruckemeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Kruckemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
We go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. It's 6-3 River City in front. Travis Harrison leading it off. He swings at the first pitch and grounds it foul on the third base side, 0-1. It's River City 6, Evansville 3, bottom of the 6th inning, getting late in this one. The Otters hope to avoid losing their first home series since the opening weekend of the year. Harrison leading it off. He's 0 for 1. The pitch. Fastball inside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ryan Orr still out there for the Rascals. He's done yeoman's work, 4 2/3 out of the bullpen in relief of Dan Ludwig, who was hit by a liner earlier in this game as the 1-1 pitch just a little bit low and outside, 2-1. Orr has since gone 4 2/3 innings, allowing 5 hits and 2 runs while walking 2 and striking out 2. Now down on the count, 2-1 on Harrison. Here it comes. Good spinning slider on the outside edge, knee high. It's 2-2 on Travis. Walked in the first, then bounced out to short in the third. Leading off the bottom of the 6th inning with the Otters down by 3. The pitch. Fastball outside for ball 3, as that one was a touch upstairs as well. And the count's full, leading off the frame. Harrison, now Joe Lytle on deck, who has since come in for Joe DeLuca at first, so he'll get his first at-bat of the day when he's due up. The payoff pitch, hit high in the air to left center field. Center fielder Hearn over a few steps into the alley, able to put away the fly ball for the first out of the inning. So for the first time today, Joe Lytle will get an at-bat. Did not start this ball game, but Joe DeLuca lifted at first. Lytle replaces him. This will be his first at-bat. He's 8 for 31 in the season. That's good for a .258 average. No home runs, 3 driven in for the left-handed batter. First pitch. Fastball called, strike 1, outside corner at the knees. And it's 0-1. It's River City 6, Evansville 3, bottom half of the 6th. The pitch. Fastball inside is Lytle forced to kick his feet out of the way. Counts level at 1. Otters led 3-2 after 3 complete, but since then it's been all Rascals as the pitch is rolled on the ground to the second baseman Achenbach, who stays low on it, gobbles it up, and throws to first for the second out of the inning. Since the end of the third inning, it's been a 4-0 Rascals run. So they've taken the lead and then added to it a 6-3 advantage. Now with 2 outs at Zach Wells. He's 0 for 2 in this one. Bounce out to short, a fly out to right. So we'll try to keep the 6th inning alive with Mike Rizzatello on deck and the Otters trailing by 3. The first pitch. Fastball pops the mitt on the outside corner, 0-1. A 1 delivery. Skied in the air to left field, shallow. Suarez started back, now racing in. Shortstop Lalonde calling for it. And in shallow left field, he'll put it away for the final out of the inning. Otters retired 1-2-3 here in the inning, and that's now 11 in a row set down by Ryan Orr as he has been dialed in ever since the 3rd inning, and we'll go to the 7th. It's River City 6 and Evansville 3 here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckemeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.
The Tri-State Area Marathon service stations are proud supporters of the Evansville Otters. Marathon has over 5,100 Marathon-branded stations nationwide, and a full list of area Marathon stations and a list of daily gas prices are available online at mymarathonstation.com. Marathon provides products which support commercial, industrial, and retail operations. Marathon's slogan is Fueling the American Spirit.
Attention UE alumni. Do you know that the UE Alumni Association sponsors numerous events each year in over 20 cities throughout the country and worldwide? Do you know that over 800 alumni, parents, and other friends volunteer with UE as recruiters, mentors, reunion planners, and fundraisers? Do you know how you can get involved? Find out more by visiting our website at www.evansville.edu/alumni.
This Evansville Otters broadcast is made possible through support from New Image Travel. New Image Travel provides motor coach charter service to the United States and Canada with pickup within a 150-mile radius of Evansville. A full list of New Image Travel's offerings can be found online at newimagecharter.com. New Image Travel can be reached toll-free at 1-800-432-6213. New Image Travel, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
Top of the 7th inning we go. Keanu Cummings stays on to face Paul Cronenfeld, leading off the frame at 6-3 Rascals. And the first pitch of the inning is a fastball that zips down and away for ball 1. Cronenfeld 0 for 2 in this one. Walked, which forced home a run, so he gets credit for the RBI. The 1-0. That fastball finds the outside third of the plate for strike 1. Cronenfeld, the left-handed batter. Cummings, the southpaw, on the mound, out for his second inning of relief. The 1-1. Skied in the air to center field. Well started in, now drifting back into the left center field gap. He'll put it away as he catches it in stride for the first out of the inning.
Number
3 hits in the 6th inning for River City. Plate 2 runs. Both of them coming on a wacky 2 RBI single for Kevin Suarez that saw a rundown that produced a second run. Now it's Ross Haffey. He's 0 for 3. Swings at the first pitch and lines it out to left field. Long coming on hard. He dives. He makes the catch. Diving towards the left field line. On the backhand, he puts it away. The second stupendous defensive play by Ryan Long tonight. He robs Ross Haffey of a hit, and there's 2 away here in the top of the 7th. Quite possibly the jolt in the arm the Otters needed, as they trail by 3 with 2 away here in the top of the 7th. So with 2 outs and nobody on after the extraordinary diving play by Long, and it's Ransom Lalonde will take his time getting into the box. Cummings has thrown just 3 pitches here in the inning. So if he can get Lalonde, I think he'll come back out for the 8th. That remains to be seen as Lalonde digs in. 0 for 3, the right-handed batter. The first pitch he swings and cues it off the end of the bat as it rolls foul on the first base side. 0-1. 2 outs, top of the 7th inning. It's River City 6 and Evansville 3 here in the second game of this 3-game set. The 0-1. Swung on and missed. Lalonde swings over top of the good splitter from Cummings. And he's ahead in the count 0-2. Cummings comes set on the mound, cranks in, fires the 0-2. Bounced on the ground, foul, third base side this time as Lalonde spoils a good pitch from Cummings, and it's 0-2. Again. Foul tipped into the mid of Rizzatello as he puts the squeeze on it to end of the inning. And we'll go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. It's time to stretch. It's River City 6 and Evansville 3 here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckemeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Kruckemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Kruckemeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Kruckemeyer and Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
Register with Habitat as a volunteer and then select days you can build. You can also register as a team. It'll be a fun environment, and after 15 hours, you get a Purple Crew t-shirt.
You're listening to exclusive coverage of Evansville Otters baseball on 91.5 FM WUEV Evansville.
We go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Otters need some runs as it's River City 6 and Evansville 3 here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. 8-9-1 for the Otters. Rizzatello, Cruz, and Cronin to get it going against Ryan Orr. The first pitch home. Slider outside for ball 1. Orr, the reliever who came on for Dan Ludwig after he was struck by a liner off of his head, has done great work from the bullpen as the 1-0 is hit hard on the ground off the glove of the diving shortstop Lalonde and out into left field as Rizzatello pulls it into left. Lalonde nearly with a fantastic diving stop, but it clanks off his glove and on into left. Rizzatello with the base hit leading off the bottom of the 7th.
The third baseman, Manny Cruz.
Orr has thrown 5 2/3 out of the bullpen as the Rascals do have an arm loosening up right now, so we'll see how much longer the leash is on Orr, who has done a fantastic job since coming on in the first inning. First pitch to Cruz, he shows bunt and gets it down at the plate, but that's foul as that ball was picked up just to the right of the foul line by the catcher West. So it's strike 1 on Cruz, who saw the third baseman Martinez playing back and thought about trying to get a base hit, but no dice for him. It's 0-1. Rizzatello at first after his leadoff single. Cruz at the plate, he's 1 for 2. Blind to single into left his last time up. That single from Rizzatello broke a streak of 7 in a row retired by Orr on the mound. The 0-1 to Cruz. He swings and lines it down the left field line, curling towards the corner. It's failed, and one hops against the left field fence. Rizzatello going into third, and will be held up there by third base coach Bobby Siegel. It's a double for Cruz, his second hit of the game, as he laces it into the left field corner. And that might be all for Ryan Orr on the mound, as out comes manager Steve Brook. Back-to-back hits to open up the seventh for Evansville. The Otters have brought the tying run to the plate in the form of David Cronin. Runners at second and third, and nobody out. No indication to the bullpen yet. And finally, Brook does take the ball from Orr, who does a stupendous job out of the bullpen. 5 2/3 innings, 6 hits. He's on the hook for 7 hits rather, on the hook for 2 runs. And the 2 runners on base, as we'll have a pitching change. Take a quick break and be back with the new arm on the mound. It's River City 6 and Evansville 3 here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckemeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.
Hi everyone, this is Pat Mitchell-Worley, host of Bill Street Caravan. Join us each Saturday as we bring you the sounds of Memphis, commentary, and music interviews that take you behind the scenes. The show kicks off the All Blues Saturday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. right here on 91.5 WUEV.
This Evansville Otters broadcast is made possible through support from New Image Travel. New Image Travel provides motor coach charter service to the United States and Canada with pickup within a 150-mile radius of Evansville. A full list of New Image Travel's offerings can be found online at newimagecharter.com. New Image Travel can be reached toll-free at 1-800-432-6213. New Image Travel, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
Tanner Wilt coming into a sticky situation. Runners at second and third, nobody out, bottom of the 7th inning. David Cronin at the plate as the Otters have the tying run at the dish. Down 6-3 here in the bottom of the 7th frame. Wilt coming on, he pitched in last night's game as well. As a huge round of applause for Ryan Orr. Not only did he have to come on after seeing his teammate and fellow pitcher Dan Ludwig get drilled with a line drive off the face, Orr then comes on and promptly throws 5 2/3 innings, giving up 7 hits, 2 runs. He's on the hook for both runners on base right now, though, and 2 walks and 2 strikeouts, as he did more than what manager Steve Brook could have hoped for out of the bullpen, coming up cold. As Tanner Wilt replaces him, 6'1", 200-pound righty, through a scoreless frame last evening, facing 3 hitters, retiring all 3. 1-0 on the season, a 2.28 ERA, 19 2/3 innings, 18 strikeouts, 5 walks, and 14 hits allowed for the right-handed tosser from Greenville, Pennsylvania. Cronin faced him last night and popped out in foul ground and is only at bat against him. Right on left matchup. First pitch. Fastball down and in as Cronin shuffles the feet to get out of the way. It's 1-0. Rizzatello at third, Cruz at second. Leadoff single for Riz and then a double for Manny. Now Cronin at the plate. He's 1 for 3 with a bunt base hit. Right on left matchup. Infield playing back, conceding the run for the out. 1-0 pitch. Fastball downstairs. It's 2-0 on Cronin. Otters trailing by 3 runs, but they have the tying run at the plate with runners at second and third and nobody out. Middle infield back for River City. Third baseman just a few steps behind the bag. Same with Haffey over at first. Cronin ahead in the count, 2-0. Here's the pitch. Takes another fastball below the strike zone, and it's 3-0. Now on Cronin. Runners at second and third, nobody out. Here's the pitch. Misses downstairs yet again, as Wilt went to a little bit of a slide step there. One coming home and missed again, however. So the bases are loaded with nobody out for Ryan Long, who already has a grand slam on the season. And boy, would this be the time for a second, as it's River City 6 and Evansville 3. Bottom half of the 7th inning. Otters down by 3, looking to even up this series at 1 game apiece. Bases juiced for Long from the left side, right on left matchup. Wilt set the pitch. Fastball down and in. That's now 5 in a row for Wilt, as that'll draw Steve Brook out of the dugout, as well as the manager, or rather the catcher West from behind home plate, as they'll try and calm their reliever down. Wilt actually has not walked a batter since back on June 21st against Gateway. He's gone 4 straight outings without walking a hitter. He's gone 2 straight without allowing a hit. You have to go all the way back to when he pitched against Evansville in the finale of that series. Last time he gave up a run. That was back on June 10th, 20 days ago. But Wilt in some trouble here. Bases loaded. He's thrown 5 straight wide ones. It's 1-0 on Long, who's 1 for 3 on the day. A double, a fielder's choice, and a fly out to right. With the Otters trailing by 3 in the bottom of the 7th. Wilt set on the mound, the 1-0. Long takes a fastball underneath his hands and inside as he started his swing, thinking about trying to pull that one, but takes the offering, and it's 2-0. Infield back, playing for the double play. 6 straight balls from Wilt. Now the 2-0. Long takes downstairs and inside for ball 3. 7 in a row from Wilt. And nobody warming up in the River City bullpen. So it's eat or be eaten time for Tanner Wilt. 3-0 the count, bases loaded, nobody out. Bottom of the 7th, Otters down by 3. 3-0 offering. That's a strike on the inside corner as Wilt finally finds the zone. It's 3 balls and a strike, and Long will have the green light to do some damage. Good speed on the bases. Rizzatello at third, Cruz at second, Cronin at first. Long hitting from the left side. He's hit .333 this season with runners in scoring position. The 3-1 pitch. Fastball inside for ball 4. That'll force home a run as Wilt finally finds the strike zone, but then still proceeds to walk Long as he can't get the call on the inside heater. Rizzatello comes home to score. Long gets credit for the RBI, his 20th of the season, and it's now a 6-4 game with the tying run now at second base for the Otters, and Toby Thomas stepping to the plate. Toby's 1 for 2 with a double back in the 3rd. Right on right matchup, the first pitch. Fastball pops the mitt on the outside corner as Wilt able to fire that one in. 0-1. 6-4 game. Bases loaded, nobody out. Corners now playing in for River City. Trying to cut the run off at the plate. Middle infield back, outfield straight away. 0-1 pitch. Check swing back to the mound. Wilt's going to come home with it. They get the out there. Throw back to first. Hits Thomas. Cronin coming from third. He's going to score on the deflection. Thomas is going to be safe at first as well as Long goes to third. So it's a 6-5 ball game. Steve Brook comes out arguing with the home plate umpire. He thinks Thomas was out of the baseline when he got hit. And the conversation over quickly between Bartelstein and Brook as the Otters catch a humongous break as the throw from West to first to try and double up Thomas hits the runner. So the Otters do score a run on the play. Cruz thrown out at the plate on the force out, but Cronin scores all the way from second after the throw deflects off of Thomas. Long goes all the way to third, and Toby's aboard at first on the fielder's choice and error. No RBI for Toby, but it's now a 1-run game with 1 out. men at the corners. Bottom of the 7th inning at 6-5, and here's Jeff Gardner. First pitch. Swings and clears it down the left field line. Slicing foul as that one drops on the wrong side of the chalk. Jeff 2 for 3 this evening with 3 runs driven in. If he can find a 4th, he'll tie this game, and if he can find a 5th, the Otters would take the lead at 6-5. 2 runs home here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Toby Thomas with a check swing back to the mound that ends up resulting in a run for the Otters in what should have been a double play. Now 0-1 on Gardner. Here's the delivery. Fastball inside. Gardner has to jump out of the way, and the count's even at 1. Jeff 267 on the season, 5 dingers, 28 driven in on the year. Right on left matchup. Wilt set at the belt. Kicks and deals the 1-1. Down and in on the back foot. Gardner started his swing but held up well in time as he takes control of the count, now 2-1. There actually are correction in 1 ball and 1 strike, or I'm not sure what the umpire was indicating. He pointed a 1 back to us. Otherwise, here's the pitch, swung on and missed. Gardner swings through the offering, and the count's even at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, runners at first and third, 1 out. Long, the tying run at third. Thomas, the go-ahead run at first. Bottom half of the 7th inning, it's a 6-5 game. Otters trying to come back from 3 down. The 2-2. Fastball inside as Gardner jackknifes out of the way, and the count's full 3-2. Travis Harrison on deck. Payoff pitch. Gardner just gets a piece of it as he taps it back to the screen. Good slider from Wilt. Gardner battles to stay alive, still full 3-2. Bases loaded, walk to Ryan Long, forced home the first run, and then the error scored the second. Otters down by 1, another payoff to Gardner. Pops it in the air, foul out of play on the left-hand side. Count stays full 3-2. It's been the homestand of comebacks for the Otters starting last Saturday against Southern Illinois. The Otters had their biggest comeback of the year, down by 4. Then they walked off on Gateway in the second game and did the same the next night. Trying to come back here against River City. The payoff again. Fouled back to the screen. Gardner keeps his hands back on a slider inside and fights it off. They'll do the 3-2 at least one more time. Pitch number 9 of the at-bat coming up. Thomas at first, Long at third, 1 out. Bottom of the 7th inning. Otters down by 1, 6-5 the score. Payoff pitch again. Ripped down the first base line, but foul as just on the wrong side of the bag. Gardner barrels it up, but can't keep it fair. And we'll go to double digits in this at-bat. Pitch number 10. Six runs, 7 hits, and 1 error for the Rascals. 5 runs on 8 hits and 2 errors rather for the Otters. Payoff pitch again. Gardner sends it straight back to the mesh. He was on that fastball, but he stays alive once more. And we'll do 11 pitches in the at-bat. Middle infield at double play depth, outfield straight away. Gardner trying to bring home the tying run. The pitch. Breaking ball high, easy take for Gardner, an 11-pitch walk. What an at-bat from Jeff Gardner as that walk loads the bases for Travis Harrison.
Number 17, the designated hitter, Travis Harrison.
Travis silent tonight, 0 for 2, but in his past 10 games as well in the month of June, he's hit .382, 5 driven in his past 10, and with the bases loaded, there's nobody better on the Otters. 9 at-bats, he's hit .556 in those appearances. First pitch. Fastball pops the mitt on the outside corner at the belt, 0-1. Travis has one of the 3 grand slams the Otters have hit this season. He's also driven in 13 runs with the sacks full. That's 13 of his 29 RBIs. 6-5, River City leads, bottom of the 7th inning, 1 out, bases loaded. Right on right matchup. The 0-1 pitch. Fastball high, Harrison lays off as he was tempted, but he watches it by at the letters for ball 1. Long at third, Thomas at second, Gardner at first. Thomas the tying run, or the go-ahead run rather, Long the go-ahead run at third. First baseman playing in, rest of the infield back, the 1-1. Breaking ball swerves outside as Harrison lays off, it's 2-1. Wilt has thrown 14 balls and 11 strikes out of the bullpen thus far. Not a good ratio you're looking for. Travis ahead of the count, 2-1. 4 home runs, 29 driven in on the season. Wilt set at the belt, the leg kick, the 2-1. Fastball above the hands, Harrison able to leave it there, and it's 3-1. And Wilt's now in danger of walking home the tying run. Bases chock full of Otters, 3-1 on Harrison. Travis steps back in, waits for Wilt to come set. He's at the belt. The kick and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Harrison with a hearty hack on an inside fastball and comes up empty, and the count's full for the second straight hitter. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at every base for Evansville. Middle infield at double play depth for River City, with the first baseman Haffey playing in on the grass. Payoff pitch. Slider outside, ball 4, and this game is tied. Second walk Harrison has drawn today, and that forces home a run, and it ties the game for the Otters. 3 runs here in the bottom of the 7th, and we're tied at 6 apiece, and the Otters still threatening with the bases loaded and just 1 away for Joe Lytle.
Number 25, the first baseman, Joe Lytle.
Great at-bat by Harrison. They saw him swing and miss on the inside fastball and thought they could get him to chase the slider outside. But the keen eye, he draws the walk, forces home the tying run. Now here's Joe Lytle, 0 for 1 today since entering the ball game. First pitch. Fastball high and away for ball 1. And still nobody warming down in the River City bullpen, so this is Wilt's jam to wiggle out of. The game is tied at 6, bottom of the 7th inning. Lytle at the plate, hitting from the left side. The 1-0. Fastball high and tight as Lytle turns his shoulder out of the way, and it's 2-0. Wilt has lost all feel for the strike zone here. 18 of his 30 pitches have been out of the strike zone. Now down in the count, 2-0 on Lytle. Here it comes. Fastball on the outside half as Lytle watches it home. It's 2-1. Lytle grounded out to second base in his first at-bat. He came on for Joe DeLuca defensively at first. Lytle 258 on the season, 3 driven in. The 2-1. Line down the left field side, but slicing out of play. Lytle late on the fastball. And the count's now level, 2-2. Bases loaded for Evansville. 1 out, bottom of the 7th inning. They've tied it with 3 runs here in the frame. So we're knotted at 6 apiece. Runners take their leads from every base. First baseman in on the grass. Middle infield back for the double play. The 2-2 to Lytle. Fastball up and away for ball 3, and for the third straight hitter, the count is full. Wilt in danger of walking home both the tying and go-ahead runs here in the bottom of the 7th. Bases loaded, 3-2 on Lytle. Wilt comes set. He deals the payoff pitch. Skied in the air to shallow center field. Second baseman Achenbach going back just onto the grass. He'll put it away as the infield fly rule is called by the second base umpire Ashcraft. And a huge second out for Tanner Wilt as he gets Lytle to pop out and keep the ball game tied at 2. And now with 2 away, it'll be up to Zach Wells, the 9th man to come to the plate here in the inning. Thomas at third, Gardner at second, Harrison at first. We're tied at 6, and here's Zach Wells, right-handed batter. Wilt, the righty, set on the mound. First pitch. Fastball called, strike 1 on the outside edge. As Wells takes, it's 0-1. Otters with 3 runs here in the frame, 2 on bases loaded walks, 1 on a poor throw to first that allowed a run to come home to score on the errant throw. And now Wells trying to give the team the lead here in the bottom of the 7th. The 0-1 pitch. Hit high in the air to left field, not deep. Left fielder Suarez dancing back a few steps. He settles under it and puts it away to end the inning. But the Otters do plate 3 to tie the game, and will go to the 8th in a brand new ball game. It's Evansville 6 and River City 6 here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckemeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.
Why Old National Bank? Old National Bank began in 1834 with just 1 room and a passion for helping people prosper. Today, we are honored and grateful to be the financial partner for so many businesses, families, and individuals like you. From our commitment to safety and security to our promise of service that will exceed your expectations, we want to be your bank for life. Old National Bank, member FDIC.
Free music, ticket giveaways, artist interviews, and jazz that cooks the blues away. The sounds are perking hot in the Jazz Cafe. I'm Paul Mattingly. I bring all that is jazz and focus on some of the best in area music and culture. Tune into the Jazz Cafe every Friday from 3 until 6 p.m. If online music is your obsession, catch us at WUEV.org. 91.5 UEV is your only place for jazz in the tri-state.
The local area Pepsi Bottling Group distributors would like to wish the Evansville Otters the best of luck in today's contest. Featuring Pepsi Company products for distribution to retailers and vendors in the tri-state, the Pepsi Bottling Group has 3 tri-state locations at 901 East Diamond Avenue in Evansville, 2605 West Main Street in Marion, Illinois, and at 3081 Kentronics Drive in Owensboro. More information on Pepsi products can be found online at PepsiCo.com. Pepsi, a proud supporter of the Evansville Otters.
We go to the top of the 8th inning in a brand new ball game. We're tied at 6. The Otters score 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning on the strength of just 2 base hits, 4 walks, and a fielder's choice coupled with an error. Plate 3 runs to tie the game, as now Tyler Beardsley will come on to try and keep it that way as he comes on for the 8th inning. We're deadlocked at 6 here between River City and Evansville. What has been a magical homestand for the Otters in terms of comebacks. They've done it once again, the 4th time this homestand they've come back in a ball game. We'll see if we can cap it off for a 4th time as well, as Beardsley comes on to face Gage West to lead off the bottom half, or top half of the 8th inning rather. Beardsley, the 6'4", 215-pound righty, into his wind. His first pitch to West. The feeble cut, he misses, 0-1. Beardsley 2-1 with a 2.01 ERA. 22 in the third innings, 12 strikeouts, 9 walks, and 12 hits allowed. The 0-1. Flown in the air down the left field side, but slicing out of play as that's foul. And quickly 0-2 on West, who's 2 for 3 with 2 singles and has scored twice as well. Beardsley making his first appearance since 2 days ago against Gateway when he pitched a scoreless 9th inning. Retired all 3 batters he faced. The 0-2 to West. Fastball sails high and away for ball 1. Beardsley struck out 1 hitter in that outing and picked up the win as the Otters came back in the bottom of the 9th to walk it off and steal that victory. 1-2 pitch. Popped in the air, foul, left field side out of play. West stays alive, 1-2. West has been a thorn in the side of the Otters all series long. The 1-2 again, bounced up the first base line, dribbling foul is where it's going to be touched by Lytle, the first baseman. West with 2 more hits today, coupled with 2 yesterday, 2 RBI doubles yesterday. He's now 4 for 6 in the series. He came into the series with just 2 hits total. So he's just about nearly quadrupled his hit total for the season. Now down in the count, 1-2, leading off the top of the 8th. We're tied at 6 with Tyler Beardsley on the mound. Goes into his wind, hands over his head, the leg kick, the pitch. Bounce on the ground to the second baseman, Cronin, who gobbles it up and throws to first to get West handily to open up the top of the 8th. So with West retired, here's Trevor Achenbach. Achenbach 2 for 3 on the day, 2 singles, 2 runs scored as well, as 5 of the 6 River City runs have been scored by their 7, 8, and 9-hole hitters, as they've been productive at the bottom of the order. Achenbach, right-handed batter, Beardsley the leg kick, the pitch. Breaking ball fouled straight back over top our heads and out of the ballpark, and it's 0-1. One out, nobody on, top of the 8th inning. We're tied at 6 here in the second of 3 between the 2 ball clubs. The 0-1 breaking ball called strike 2 as Beardsley flips it over and freezes Achenbach 0-2. River City took the first game yesterday by a final of 5-3. It looked like River City was en route to a Game 2 victory. 0-2 swung on and missed. Beardsley throws it by Achenbach, who's down waving. Achenbach down on strikes for the second time tonight, and that's 2 up and 2 down for Tyler Beardsley. River City led 6-3 going into the bottom half of the 7th inning, but Evansville plated 3 runs to tie it. The 4th time here in this homestand they've come back to tie a game. So they'll try to cap this one off in the bottom of the frame. First pitch, the next hitter, J.D. Hearn, 2-seamer that works its way back to the outside edge. 0-1, 2 outs, nobody on base, top of the 8th inning. Hearn, the leadoff man hitting. He's 0 for 4 with an RBI. 0-1 pitch. Another good fastball as it runs back to the black. As Beardsley darts it onto the edge, it's 0-2. Hearn 1 for his last 24 now in a real tough stretch. 0-2 pitch. Skied in the air to shallow left field. Thomas going out, but Long, the left fielder, coming in, calls him off and makes the catch in shallow left for a 1-2-3 inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. We're still tied at 6 here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckemeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Kruckemeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kruckemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kruckemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Kruckemeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kruckemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Krukemeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Krukemeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Krukemeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Krukemeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
477-6151.
We go to the bottom half of the 8th inning. We're tied at 6. Tanner Wilt stays on for the Rascals, and for him it's deja vu all over again. As in the 7th, it started with Mike Rizzatello, and Rizzatello will lead us off here in the bottom of the 8th. The last time Mike hit, it was a 3-run deficit for the Otters. Now it's a tie game at 6 runs apiece. So it's been a wild one here at Bosse Field, the theme of the homestand, really. The Otters have gone 5-2 thus far, trying to make that 6-2, and even this series up against the Rascals to force a rubber match tomorrow at 2 in the afternoon. Rizzatello leads it off. He's 1 for 3, singled and scored, leading off that 7th inning. As Wilt will have to very quickly put that frame behind him if he wants to keep this game tied. Rizzatello digging in from the right side. Wilt, the righty on the mound from the full windup, his first pitch home. Slider darts outside. There's a little bit too much mustard on that one. It's 1-0. Mitch Aker, the Otters closer, starting to warm up for the 9th inning should the Otters take the lead. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball called, strike 1 on the outside corner, 1-1. And considering nobody's warming in the Rascals bullpen, I take it that their bullpen right now rather depleted since they're asking Wilt to come back out for a 2nd inning. The 1-1 popped up on the infield, middle of the diamond. Pitcher calling for it, but now it's the first baseman, Haffey, who comes all the way down the line and in front of the mound puts it away for the first out. And now it's Manny Cruz. He's 2 for 3, doubled into the left field corner his last time up. It's here with 1 out, nobody on. We're tied at 6, bottom of the 8th inning. Cruz trying to get something started here in the frame. First pitch. Fastball high and tight as Cruz turns away from the offering. It's 1-0. Pitch. Fastball called, strike 1 on the outside corner at the belt. It's even 1-1. Manny, 1 home run, 15 RBIs on the season. His first home run of the season came at a good time as it gave the Otters the lead in the 2nd game of the doubleheader against Gateway. The 1-1. Fastball can't find the outside corner as it misses, 2-1. And boy, would this be a good time for a second. Otters tied at 6 runs apiece with River City. Bottom of the 8th, 1 out. 2-1 offering. Fastball misses upstairs, and it's 3-1. Wilt in his last frame really struggled with his command as he walked 4 hitters. He's still thrown more balls than strikes, 23 balls to 20 strikes. Now it's 3-1 to Cruz. It's big swing and a miss as Cruz chased upstairs, as he'll take a little walk around the home plate area, try and recompose himself. He swung at a pitch that was almost the same spot as the 2-1 rather that he laid off. They'll have to do battle here, 3-2, nobody on, 1 out. We're tied at 6, bottom of the 8th. Payoff pitch. Swung on and missed late on the fastball as Wilt battles back to ring up Cruz for the 2nd out of the inning.
Back to top field, number 6, the second baseman, David Rowan.
So 2 up, 2 down for Wilt, who has bounced back from that 7th inning nicely. So now the lineup turns over for David Cronin. He walked his last time up and would come around to score on the wacky Toby Thomas fielder's choice and error. Right on left matchup, first pitch. Fastball drifts high and away for ball 1. Third baseman Martinez playing even with the bag. Same with the first baseman Haffey, who now backs up a few steps. Outfield straight away, center fielder Hearn ever so slightly towards left center. The 1-0. Chopped on the ground to the second baseman Achenbach, who on the high hop able to stab it and throw over to first to retire Cronin. 1, 2, 3, down go the Otters, and we'll go to the 9th. We're tied at 6 here at Bosse Field. You've been listening to Evansville Otters baseball here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckemeyer & Kahn Otters Digital Network.
The Tin Fish Restaurant, located at 300 West Jennings Street in Newburgh, Indiana, is a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball. Independently owned and operated, the Tin Fish menu features salads and sandwiches, as well as seafood platters and combos, and seafood burritos, tacos, and burgers. The Tin Fish Restaurant is open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. It can be reached by phone at 812-490-7000. The Tin Fish Restaurant.
My name is Lola Silvestri, and I'm going to be 95 this year. I was very independent. I fell, and I had to have Meals on Wheels. America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org. This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
Injuries are inevitable. It doesn't matter if you're playing baseball, walking the dog, or falling from a ladder. Injuries happen. When they do, Tri-State Orthopedics offers treatment for sprains, strains, and fractures by medical specialists. Tri-State Orthopedics is located at 225 Cross Lake Drive in Evansville, just north of the Lloyd and I-164. Tri-State Orthopedics can be reached by phone at 812-477-1558. Its urgent care line is 812-474-OUCH. Tri-State Orthopedics, a proud supporter of Evansville Otters baseball.
We'll go to the top of the 9th inning. We're still tied at 6 runs apiece. Tyler Beardsley back out for his 2nd inning of work out of the bullpen. Saw 3 hitters, retired all 3 in the top of the 8th rather. So he comes on here. Suarez, Freeman, and Martinez. River City tries to take the lead. First pitch to Suarez. Slider dances onto the outside corner, 0-1. Suarez has had himself quite a game. 2 for 3, 3 RBIs rather, and a walk and a run scored. The 0-1. Another good breaking ball from Beardsley as he darts to the edge, 0-2. Suarez hitting from the right side, down on the count, 0-2, opening up the top of the 9th. We're tied at 6, the 0-2 pitch. Slider just misses outside. Very similar to the first 2 offerings from Beardsley, but he can't get the call, so it's 1-2. Kicking the pitch. Two-seamer yanked down and away as the count's now level on Suarez, 2-2. Break-even pitch. Lined in the air to right center field. Wells coming on hard. He won't be able to make the play as he fields it on a hop in the gap. It's a leadoff single for Kevin Suarez, his 3rd hit of the game. And the go-ahead run is at first to open up the top of the 9th for River City. And given the part of the order that River City's in right now, you really have to wonder what manager Steve Brook is going to do. Freeman, the 3-hole hitters, 1 for 4 in this game. But with a tying run or go-ahead run at first, we'll see if he'll be bunting. Cruz even with the bag at 3rd. Runner goes on the first pitch. It's down and in. Rizzatello won't even have a play as Suarez swipes the bag, his 12th of the season, as he had Beardsley timed to perfection. Even if Riz would have been able to catch that ball cleanly, I don't think he has a shot. So Suarez steals 2nd, his 12th stolen base of the season. He's now at second with nobody out in the top of the ninth, representing the go-ahead run. And Clint Freeman at the plate ahead in the count 1-0. So we'll see what the play is here for Freeman at the plate if he'll try to bunt the runner over with Braxton Martinez, the cleanup man, on deck. Beardsley comes set. Suarez has his leadoff of second. First pitch. Freeman swings and misses a wicked hack at a good fastball. And it's 0-1, so I suppose we have our answer. Steve Brook not going through any signs. So Freeman being allowed to swing away with Suarez, the speedster, out at second. 0-1 the count. The pitch hit high in the air to right field, pretty deep. Gardner going over into the gap. He's under it as he calls off the center fielder Wells. The throw coming all the way into third, and on one hop nearly gets Suarez, who went in standing. But he advances to third on the fly ball to deep right center field. And the go-ahead run now at third with just one away for Braxton Martinez. Infield's going to come in for the Otters here to try and cut off the run at the plate. Suarez with good speed at third. Everybody in on the grass. We're tied at 6, top of the ninth. Man at third, 1 out. First pitch. Slider up and away for ball 1. Martinez without a hit in this one. He's 0 for 2 with 2 walks. Flew out to left his last time up. 25 runs driven in on the season. It won't take a very deep fly ball to get Suarez home. The 1-0. Slider paints the black on the outside edge. It's 1-1. Outfield playing at relatively normal depth. Wells and Gardner with strong arms in the outfield. Same with Long. The 1-1. Popped up first base side, foul ground. Lytle giving chase in front of the brick wall. He will not be able to make the catch. As he was running up against the brick wall, he can't reel it in. And it drops to the earth for strike 2. We saw that same play yesterday where the first baseman for River City, Freeman, actually dropped a pop-up that hit his glove. It gets so tough around there because you're not sure if the ball's going to hit the roof. So it's 1-2 on Martinez. The pitch hit high in the air to center field, pretty deep. Wells going back, still going back in front of the track. He makes the catch. He'll throw it home, but Suarez is going to be able to tag and score from third, and River City takes a 7-6 lead. Martinez was out on his front foot, but he still was able to barrel it up and glide it out into center, well deep enough to score Suarez. And River City takes a 7-6 lead. Now bases clear. Here's Paul Cronenfeld. First pitch. Fastball downstairs. It's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on and missed. Cronenfeld late on the two-seamer. It's 1-1. 2 outs. Top of the ninth inning. Nobody on. And River City with a 1-run lead. Here's the pitch. Called strike 2 on the outside corner. Cronenfeld checked his swing, but it's a called strike anyways. And it's 1-2. 1-2 delivery. Down in the dirt, good take by Cronenfeld, and the count's level at 2 apiece. Nobody on, 2 outs. River City now leading by 1, top of the ninth. In the bottom half of the frame, the Otters will have 2, 3, and 4 in the order. 2-2 pitch. Foul tipped into the mid of Rizzatello. Cronenfeld down on strikes, and the inning over. The Otters need 1 to push this game to extras, or 2 to win it. We'll go to the bottom half of the ninth inning. It's River City 7 and Evansville 6 here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckemeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.
I just love this place. And I just love that ring. It's gorgeous. Where did he get it? Kirkmeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kirkmeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kirkmeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kirkmeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So, everybody's talking about the ring.
It's pretty great, huh?
Pretty great. It's amazing. You gotta tell me, man. Where'd you get it?
Kirkmeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kirkmeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kirkmeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kirkmeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
So let's see it. I absolutely love it. He did a fabulous job picking it out. I couldn't be happier.
Well, I had a lot of help.
I bet I know where it came from.
Kirkmeyer & Kahn, of course.
For the engagement ring that will have everybody talking, look no further than Kirkmeyer & Kahn. With incomparable selection, quality, and service, Kirkmeyer & Kahn is the only choice for the ring that will last a lifetime. Kirkmeyer & Kahn, your lifetime jewelers.
It's 7-6. River City leads here in the bottom half of the ninth inning. And instead of closer Cody Mincy, who pitched last night, it'll be Joe Iorio, who has been just as good as Mincy. 3-1 with a 1.15 ERA. 23 and a third innings, 26 strikeouts, just 3 walks, and 15 hits allowed for the 6-foot, 185-pound righty. But we'll have Ryan Long, Toby Thomas, and Jeff Gardner here in the frame. The Otters need 1 to tie or 2 to win it. It will be their 4th comeback win here on the homestand. Iorio from the set, the leg kick, the pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. The Otters saw Iorio in the finale of their series at River City. He pitched an inning and a third. The 0-1. Called strike 2 at the knees, outside edge, 0-2. Long hitting from the left side. He's 1 for 3 in this ball game with 3 runs scored and an RBI. Oh-2 pitch. Bounced right back up the middle, heading towards center field, diving stop by the lawn. He gets up, throws to first, not in time. Long beats it out, a nice play by Lalonde, but Long able to hustle down the line and get there before the throw for a leadoff single. Lalonde went into a feet-first slide to gobble it up, got up and through. But Ryan beats it out for a leadoff single. As Bobby Siegel issues the signs down in the third base coach's box. It's 7-6, bottom half of the ninth inning. Long at first, Toby Thomas at the plate. He's 1 for 3 today. Right on right matchup. The first pitch swung on and missed. Foul tipped into the mitt of West for strike 1. Thomas, 5 home runs, 29 driven in on the season. He's got a double so far in this ball game. The 0-1. Hit high in the air down the right field line, slicing towards out of play. Freeman giving chase, but that lands on top of the party tent in foul ground. And just like on Long, it's quickly 0-2 on Thomas. Jeff Gardner on deck. The Otters have the tying run on base. Ryan Long at first. Nobody out. Toby Thomas from the right side. The 0-2. Flown in the air to right field, sending the right fielder Freeman back a few steps. Now settles under it before having to chase in and makes the catch at his shoe tops. A little bit of an adventure, but he's able to put it away for the first out.
Number 5, the right fielder, Jeff Gardner.
So with Thomas retired, it's now Jeff Gardner's turn. He's 2 for 3 in the game with 3 RBIs. A single, a double, a ground out, and a walk for the left-handed slugger. Digs on in, long at first. Iorio on the mound. Iorio set below the belt. The short leg kick, the pitch. Fastball down low as West keeps it in front. Long hit, forced to anchor at first. And it's ball one. River City 7, Evansville 6, bottom half of the ninth inning. The Otters looking to avoid losing the second straight game here in the series. They dropped the opener yesterday. They haven't lost a series here at home since the opening weekend of the season. The 1-0. Fastball upstairs, and Gardner's ahead in the count, 2-0. Otters down by one, bottom half of the ninth inning. Long at first, one away, 2-0 on Gardner. Here's the pitch. Ripped down the right field side, but that's going to hook way foul as Gardner was gearing up for the fastball and a little bit early, and it's 2-1. Outfield at no doubles defense for River City. Gardner checks back in from the left side. Iorio leads in for the sign. Now straightens up as he comes set. The 2-1. Bounced on the ground down the first base line. Just foul. As that was just on the wrong side of the bag. Otherwise, it could have been extra bases. As Gardner taps his lumber against the dirt to make sure it's not broken. And the count's level, 2-2. Third baseman Martinez playing close to the line, guarding that line, so a big hole on the left side where Gardner had his first hit of the game. 2-2 the count. Catcher sets up down and away. Long trying to take off for second. He's caught in a rundown. Throw to the shortstop, the lawn, chasing Long back to first, and he's going to be tagged out. Long trying to take off for second base, left early. Iorio just stepped off, caught him in the rundown. Long caught stealing for the fourth time this season. And just like that, the tying run wiped off the base paths. A 2-2 count on Gardner, and the Otters down to their final strike tonight. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the ninth inning, Otters down by 1. Break-even pitch. Fastball high, and the count's full, 3-2. Base is clear. Gardner at the plate. Otters trailing by 1 run. Iorio set. Kicks and offers the payoff pitch. Breaking ball high and tight. Bends Gardner out of the way as he draws the walk. And the Otters once again have the tying run on base. This time for Travis Harrison with 2 outs.
Number 17, the designated hitter, Travis Harrison.
Travis without a hit tonight. He's 0 for 2 with an RBI and 2 walks. Hitting here, Gardner at first, the tying run. Bottom of the ninth inning. First pitch. Fastball up and in as Harrison has to duck out of the way, and it's ball 1. Gardner at first. He has stolen a few bags this year, 5 for 8 in his opportunities. But after Long being caught, I hardly doubt the Otters want to risk it again. 1-0 on Harrison. The pitch takes a fastball above the letters for ball 2. 2 outs. Gardner at first, the tying run. A 2-0 count on Harrison, the right-handed batter. 4 home runs on the season for him, hitting just under 300 at 297. 2-0 delivery. Fastball upstairs yet again, and it's 3-0 on Harrison. Iorio losing a little bit of command here. Walking Gardner, now 3-0 on Harrison. Here's the 3-0. Fastball right down the middle, snap throw back to first, and Gardner in with a dive. So it's 3-1 on Harrison. As we'll get the green light now to try and send something into the gap and tie this ball game. Gardner at first, 3-1 the count. Bottom of the ninth inning, Otters down by 1, 2 outs. The pitch. Fastball upstairs for ball 4. Harrison draws his third walk of the game. That'll push the tying run to second base with 2 outs, as Joe Lytle will have a chance to tie the game. Lytle popped out to shallow center field his last time up. That came with the bases loaded and 1 away in the 7th inning, with the Otters vying to take the lead. And then in the top of this frame, with Martinez at the plate, Lytle unable to reel in a tough foul ball near the brick wall on the first base side, but can make that all go away with a base hit here. First pitch. Fastball off the outside edge, just missing the black. It's 1-0. Gardner at second, Harrison at first. Good speed on the bases. 2 outs, Otters down by 1, 7-6. Lytle hitting from the left side. The 1-0 pitch. Chopped down the first base line. It's going to be a tough play. For Iorio picks it up in foul ground, says the home plate umpire Steve Bartelstein, as Iorio was off the bump to field that chopper. Just fouled. The play at first was going to be close, so everybody back to their bases, as it's merely strike 1 on Lytle. Wind blowing ever so gently out to left field, as the flags wave in center field. 1-1 the count on Lytle, 0 for 1 this evening, 258 on the season. Iorio set, the 1-1 pitch. Fastball down and in as that scrambles the feet of Lytle at the plate. It's 2-1. Lytle 3 RBIs on the season. Tying run at second, 2 outs, bottom of the ninth. The 2-1. Cleared in the air left field side, but that's going to drift out of play as that one gets into the stands. And the Otters are once again down to their final strike tonight for the second time this evening. 2 on, 2 outs, 2-2 the count on Lytle, with the Otters down by 1 run here in the bottom of the ninth inning. Break-even pitch. Ground ball back to the middle of the lawn. Fields behind the bag. Stumbles, dives for the second base bag, and gets there in time to close out the game. Lavon playing up the middle, able to field that sharp grounder as the Otters drop this one 7-6. It's their first series loss here at home since opening weekend against the Washington Wild Things. And the River City Rascals have stormed into Bosse Field and taken the first 2 games of this 3-game set. We'll take a short break and be back with the post-game recap. You've been listening to Evansville Otters baseball here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckemeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.
WUEV is a 6,000-watt non-commercial FM radio station dedicated to serving the University of Evansville as well as the greater Evansville area. The station provides a variety of on-air opportunities for students and community members in an atmosphere that supports all musical genres. The station also serves as the official radio home for Purple Aces Athletics and Evansville Otters baseball. The goal of WUEV is to provide a platform for radio broadcast and audio production education while providing a hospitable environment for all University of Evansville students. For more information about the station, visit WUEV.org or on Facebook at 91.5 FM WUEV Evansville. WUEV is a non-profit radio station. Please send your generous support to WUEV 91.5 FM, 1800 Lincoln Avenue, Evansville, Indiana, 47722.
The 2018 Frontier League Home Run Derby and All-Star Game will be held at Car Shield Field in O'Fallon, Missouri on July 10th and 11th. Cheers, home run. headlined by Jim Edmonds, competing against the best sluggers from around the Frontier League. Find out more information and purchase tickets at rivercityrascals.com.
You're listening to exclusive coverage of Evansville Otters baseball on 91.5 FM WUEV Evansville.
Tough loss for the Otters as for the second straight night they fall to the River City Rascals. This time in a nail-biting contest, final score 7-6. Final line score in this one, River City 7 runs on 8 hits, no error, or 1 error rather. Evansville 6 runs on 9 hits and 2 miscues. Tanner Wilt gets the win after throwing 2 innings, doesn't allow a hit but gives up 2 runs, 4 walks and a strikeout as he blew the lead. But then with a run in the top of the 9th inning, River City takes the lead, so he's in line for the victory as he picks up the W. Tyler Beardsley, the loser, after giving up the go-ahead run in the top of the 9th inning. And Joe Iorio, the save, his first of the season. As it got dicey in the bottom of the frame, the Otters put the tying run at second base, but couldn't push him home as they fall 7-6 and lose for the second straight night here at Bosse Field. So that's the first time that's happened this season here at Bosse, as the Otters drop to 23-20 and fall out of first place, as River City and Southern Illinois now tied for first division, as they'll have to win tomorrow to avoid the sweep here at home and also get themselves back into first place position potentially. Because looking at this game for the Otters, trailing 6-3 going into the 7th inning, a 3-run inning that was really more or less handed to them by River City thanks to the 4 walks from Iorio. You got to think back to bases loaded with 1 away and the game tied. The Otters unable to push a run across, a golden opportunity for them to be able to take the lead and really clamp down on the Rascals before things got late. Nonetheless, River City able to get out of the inning. The Otters kept it scoreless again until the 9th, where Tyler Beardsley allowed 1 run. It was good fundamental baseball by River City. Suarez the single, steals second, goes to third on the fly ball, and comes home on the sac fly. And then the bottom of the inning, Ryan Long getting picked off at first hurts. Thought he had Iorio timed on the mound. He didn't, as he was picked off and caught in a rundown. Then back-to-back runs to Gardner and Harrison, and Romo with a sharp ground ball up the middle, but Lalonde had him shaded there as he fielded it behind the bag and dove for the sack to get the force out and end the ball game. We're going to go ahead and give our player of the game, 2 of them to River City, one of them being Kevin Suarez. Scored the game-winning run for the Rascals, was also 3 for 4 with 3 runs driven in as he paced the Rascals offense. And also, you got to give a tip of the cap to relief pitcher Ryan Orr, coming in after Dan Ludwig was drilled by that line drive to the head after just 2 batters in this game. Orr comes on and throws pretty solid baseball, going 5 2/3, cold off the bench. Allows 7 hits, 3 runs, they were all earned, 2 walks and 2 strikeouts, as he really saved a River City bullpen that needed him to bridge a gap, and he did that by throwing 5 2/3 innings out of the bullpen. Remember, fans, player of the game is brought to you by Western Ribeye. When you're craving excellence, Western Ribeye and Ribs satisfies. Call 812-476-5405 to make reservations. So the Otters will try to salvage this series with the finale tomorrow, as it's still a to-be-determined matchup. Neither starter has been announced for either squad, so we don't have any information on that front. But the Otters looking to avoid the sweep. They've only been swept once this season. That was by Southern Illinois to begin the month. The Otters would hate to see the month of June bookended by sweeps, so they'll try to salvage the series with a victory tomorrow and see if they can best the Rascals and take 1 game of this 3-game set. It'll be a 2:05 start tomorrow, so that means pre-game show starts here on WUEV at 1:45 p.m. So be sure to join us for that. That'll really wrap it up here from Bosse Field. The Otters drop it 7-6. Jeff Gardner had 2 hits in the game, 3 RBIs. The Otters were gifted some runs in the 7th inning thanks to a couple of walks, but can't pull it out here at the end at Bosse Field as they drop it 7-6 to River City. The Rascals take the series and will go for the sweep tomorrow as the Otters try to avoid that in the finale tomorrow at 2:05 p.m. I want to thank my producer back in the studio, Paul Bragan, Preston Leinenbach for joining me for the middle innings, and for all the fans who stuck around for a wild one here tonight at Bosse Field. I've been Sam Jelinek behind the mic. Hope to see you and hope you tune in tomorrow afternoon at 2:05 for the series finale. You've been listening to Evansville Otters Baseball here on WUEV 91.5 FM and the Kruckemeyer and Kahn Otters Digital Network.